This week we go back to a time when a woman's obsession with true crime was shunned, as it should be, as we discuss the 1994 cult hit, Serial Mom. And welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always from behind Matthew Lillard's beaded curtain, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir? Tim, you're muted, so I'm sure whatever you said was very funny.
Of course it was.
Of
yes,
course.
and I will never repeat it again.
Okay.
I just realized something. We're putting this video stream out on the Patreon, right?
Yes, we are, sir.
We need to have some kind of like animated thing to do while you're playing the intro music, because what do we do with our phases while we're listening to that?
I was taking a sip of water, Tim.
I took a hit off, and then I had to start doing this to the music. I'm like, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, you gotta like do a little dance or something. I don't know. We need more visual gags so we can get all of our Patreons.
Yeah, right? Remember that the thing your wife put together with us talking about the Pepsi thing up somebody's ass?
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
the Pepsi challenge,
the Tennessee Jetpack. Oh, I have something I could show off. My modded Xbox Series X controller. Look at this, Tim.
Nice.
I did this myself. It's a cool. Remember back when in the 90s how things used to be transparent?
Mm-hmm. Well, the new Steam Deck is transparent, isn't it? The limited edition.
Is it?
I don't know, but there's somebody who fucking follows me on Twitter and I think listens to our show who keeps fucking pushing that Steam Deck. Yeah, Red.
Yeah,
thanks
Red's
a lot.
been going hard on that Steam Deck, and I got to admit, it is a fantastic little piece of hardware, buddy.
All right, couple questions, just real quick.
Yeah.
Can I play PC games on it?
Almost exclusively, yeah.
Well, no, because they have Cyberpunk. They have, I'm assuming they have Madden football, anything that you could buy on Game Pass, because you can I know you can hook your Game Pass subscription up to it.
Yeah.
Game Pass comes with the EA Play thing, so I'm getting free Madden and NHL games eventually.
Okay, what does that have to do with PC games?
Well, because I'm wondering, is it just something that where it's like it's good enough where I can play the newest PC game that comes out? Can you play it on the Steam Deck as of right now? I know maybe a year later it's going to be, the games are going to be higher quality that you need a bigger computer for, but.
What's the newest?
Can I play Baldur's Gate on PC on the Steam Deck? Okay.
Yes. In fact, I think the most popular game currently on the Steam Deck is Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, and that's the PC version, not the Xbox or the PlayStation version.
But
I can also play the Xbox version on it because I own the Xbox, or do I have to buy it through Steam?
So officially, you have to buy everything through Steam. However, there's what is it called? XB Play is one of the apps, and I forget the name of the other app, but what that does is it connects to your console in your house. Your console does all the processing, and then it streams the video to your Steam Deck. So kind of like that new PlayStation Portal thing everybody's talking about. It'll do that, so you don't have to get the PlayStation Portal.
Yes, I know, because that was the thing that I saw. That it looks like I can play PlayStation 5 games on it without actually buying a PlayStation.
Separate from that, though, you can go on the Steam store, purchase Baldur's Gate 3, download it to your Steam Deck, disconnect from the internet, go out to the middle of the desert, and play with no problems.
Okay. Next question. Multiplayer. How does that work?
Oh, if it's a Steam game? Unless it's an MMO or something like World of Warcraft, you can play it for free.
Well, no, because, all right, again, the NHL game, it's cross-platform, so anybody who has it on PlayStation and Xbox can play.
Okay.
If I had this and I had it on my Steam Deck, on my Game Pass, through my Game Pass, or if I bought NHL 24 through Steam, downloaded it, could I play with my friends who are on their Xbox or PlayStation while I'm using the Steam Deck?
Is NHL on Steam?
I mean, it's an EA game. Is Madden on Steam? If Madden's on Steam, it could be Madden instead of NHL.
No, NHL 94 will not be released on the Nintendo Switch or PC. So NHL 24 is not even on
24,
PC.
yeah.
So,
but it is on the Xbox.
Yes.
So if I download that app, that lets me technically stream. Well, but if I'm streaming from my Xbox, I'm already there.
Yeah, it's just a second monitor for your Xbox, Tim. So it's the exact same as whatever.
It'd be really great if Steam sent us one, so we could try it out and get answer all these questions ourselves and talk about it.
Yeah,
also, if Moose sent us some fake, some real marijuana. Not that fake shit that you're getting on the internet.
Send Tim a Steam Deck and marijuana if you're listening. That's really the point of the show here. Now, the point of the show, Tim, is that we're back after an absence. After I was out sick for a week, the first time in 3 years.
First time in a long time I've been that sick too. Yeah, I can feel you.
It's going around, buddy. I had the flu. But I'm feeling better now, and we're in the new year. I did, actually. So thanks.
I'm glad I got that flu shot, and my arm was hurting for like maybe a day or so.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama. Fucking flu shot didn't do shit. Now, it probably made it a lot better, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I wasn't throwing up or any of that shit. So, yeah, but all good now. Hey, it's a new year, Tim. Any New Year's resolutions?
No, I haven't done that in years. I learned a long time ago. That's like if all I'm doing is just guaranteeing that I'm going to continue to do that thing that I'm trying to stop doing.
So I'm really good at them.
What do you pick? Stuff like you're not going to eat broccoli?
No, I like broccoli.
Not going to church on Sundays anymore?
Well, I just don't do that anyway. No, I'm trying to remember them. So one year it was try to be less judgmental about people's condiment choices.
I remember that one. That wasn't too far. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. How'd that work out?
That worked out well.
Okay.
Try to think about things more. That was another one that I did.
Nobody can say that you're not doing it.
That's true. Yeah. And then there was double the bread, double the head. That one I did for a few years. I haven't decided a New Year's resolution yet. So when I do, I think I'll announce it. I'll let everybody know.
I think you should go back to the double the bread, double the head thing. I mean,
it
probably worked out, right? If you got nothing else you can think of, that's a good fallback.
That's a good fallback for sure. And you know what? This is our first time back since Christmas too, Tim. So how was your Christmas?
Christmas was nice, just me and my wife. That's the nice thing about having in-laws who live in South Korea. There's no pop-ins for Christmas, no Christmas dinners where I got to eat stuff that I don't want to eat. So
Gotcha. So, Tim, speaking of Korea, I got to ask you a question here, buddy.
Go ahead.
Now, my wife sent me this, it's a TikTok video. But it was on YouTube, so I don't know what that means. If it's a TikTok or a YouTube or whatever. But it's a
weird hybrid.
It's a
UTOC. Yeah.
So it's this broad making a sandwich. And I'm going to pull it up here. Let me see if I can do the screen share thing for you, Tim. Because my wife sends me this sandwich thing. And I did not understand it. And then I looked into it, and well, here, hold on here.
I'm assuming it has something to do with Korea.
I'm going to hit share. I'm going to hit screen. And here we go. Okay. So now, Tim, you should be able to watch this chick make a sandwich. I can see it,
yeah. Nice hair.
Thanks.
Today, my kids came home from summer camp. Camp friend tastes their sandwich.
Okay, so she's making a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich? I pack for my kids.
Okay.
There it is. It's really easy, simple. Only thing
Something
you need
wrong
to
with
cook.
that kid.
It's eggs.
Yeah.
Potatoes. Only
So,
apples, cucumber,
Chopped up apple,
and
cucumber.
cabbage, and some corn.
It was like
And
a coleslaw,
Japanese
right?
mayonnaise,
Yeah.
hard-boiled eggs.
Some eggs.
So much easier to peel. Mash and chopped eggs. Some crab cake, pepper, and salt.
Okay,
and
so some
Japanese mayonnaise.
More mayonnaise.
For the edges.
Yep.
First layer is the vegetable salad. Second layer is strawberry jam. Give the
The
sandwich.
strawberry jam, Tim.
Add the egg and crab. Spread out. Wrap it. Make it easy to take to school, to camp. Hello, hello. This one is for you.
Why the fuck is she putting jam on that sandwich?
Yeah, you know what? That was my question too.
I mean, I can understand if it's a jelly sandwich and you put potato chips on it. That's fine, because you get that sweet and that crunchy salty together. But why is she just putting jelly on a fucking sandwich that's got mayonnaise?
As a man who doesn't understand peanut butter and jelly, Tim, I had to reach out to you specifically. So she made, it's like an egg salad with imitation crab for one layer. The next
was imitation crab?
Yeah,
Was it real?
Oh, yeah, imitation crab. Then the next layer was strawberry jam, and then the
She's
final
not a good
layer
tiger mom.
was coleslaw. Apparently, Tim, this is some sort of a Korean sandwich that's very popular with K-pop stars. It's called the Inkigayo sandwich.
Inkigayo?
Yeah.
When my wife comes back from the store, I'll ask her about it. I'll say, where's my Inkigayo sandwich, bitch?
It says the Inkigayo sandwich is a unique food item sold in South Korea's national television broadcast center called SBS.
Oh my god! So it's like their fucking version of like the McDonald's meals done by curated by fucking I don't know, Lamar Kendrick or something like that.
So that's the thing. Apparently, it says that it's very popular among K-pop stars because they would write their phone number between the layers of the wrapping of the sandwich to like try to hook up with other K-pop stars, because it's a scandal if they're dating.
Well, yeah, I know. I think I told the story before that they have like a special park.
Yeah.
Where all these people who are famous go, and that's where they're going to have dates or anything like that. It's almost like you kind of respect it, because it's almost like old Hollywood back in the day, where like everything was fucking controlled and protected. Their image was going to be, because if you're a K-pop star and you have a girlfriend, that's it, done.
Yeah.
If you're a member of Blackpink and you're one of the hot chicks from Blackpink and you got a boyfriend and you're married, that's it. Done.
Yeah, who's going to listen to you if they don't think they might have a chance of fucking you?
Well, I think what it is, it goes towards the teenage girls and the teenage boys mostly. Me at 55 years old, I don't care if all of Blackpink is married and they wanted to bang me, I'd be bang bang. Yes, let's go. I think that's one of their songs.
I don't know enough about
I hate
K-pop.
when my wife starts watching Blackpink and K-pop videos. Ugh.
That's so bizarre to me, man. I don't get it.
But it's such a controlled. Such a controlled fucking just lifestyle and everything like that. There's certain things you just can do, you can't do. You're like in a fucking contract. It's almost, well, I can't say it doesn't happen, but probably almost impossible to have an organic band form. Like where it's just you and your friends from high school in a garage playing, and now that's it. You're going to be Nirvana or the Rolling Stones. It's all, you got picked when you were 12 years old. You went through 6 years of dancing school, lesson schools. You've already been mixed with 7 other fucking groups of people to see which one fits, which character you're going to be, and everything like that. So it's a very weird thing. But I mean, K-pop is like number 1 in the whole fucking world.
Yeah, no, I get it. It just reminds me of like the Russians when they're training kids to play chess for the Olympics and shit.
Yeah,
it's like imagine if you're that kid and you're like, they put all their fucking chips on your side of the table, and then at like 15 you just blow out and suck at it. Then it's like, all right, I guess we're just gonna send you out to the nuclear exclusion zone.
You're going to Chernobyl,
yeah, because we got no fucking use for you now. That's gotta suck, man. So here we are, Tim, 1994, right?
So far, we're starting off with a good movie, right?
We're starting it off with a bang, I would say. We're talking about Serial Mom. So, Tim, buddy, I'm going to ask you first. What is your history with the movie Serial Mom?
I know I rented it as soon as it was available on VHS, and I've seen this movie at least 6 or 7 times. I love this fucking movie. Same. Now, is this how
because
this movie got made is beyond me. The little things that he was able to sneak in is fucking incredible.
Is it because you're a big John Waters fan? Is that why?
I won't say I'm a big John Waters fan. I definitely appreciate all the ones I haven't seen all of the movies. I've seen Pink Flamingos. What's the one? Women Trouble. What's the one where she's keeping her mom in a bird cage or something like that, in a baby crib?
Oh shit! I don't
Maybe
know.
Female Perversions.
Is that it? I don't know. I haven't seen that one, man.
But yeah, just I was going to ask you because I don't do any research for this show. How did he get to make this movie? Like, how did he go from John Waters with Divine eating actual dog shit?
Yeah.
To Kathleen Turner, Sam Waterstein, Ricky Lake, who at that time was it fucking Hairspray?
I think it was Hairspray.
It was
the
Hairspray.
Crossovers Express, yeah.
And Hairspray was probably a off-Broadway show, and then they made it into a movie.
Yeah.
Yes, that's yeah. I bet you that's how it happened.
I mean, to be fair, this only had a budget of $13 million, so
it's all up on the screen there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kathleen Turner probably got a nice chunk of that.
Oh,
she was huge at this time.
I mean, because it had Matthew Lillard in it, like we were saying, but this was the first thing he was in.
I was gonna say this has got to be before Scream.
Oh, absolutely,
because he's good.
You think they saw him in this and they're like, well, we'll put him in Scream. We need some horror movie guy.
Yeah, they tried to get his girlfriend Birdie, but she was busy doing some other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, she was busy being in some Harmony Korine movie or something. Like, what the fuck happened with her?
I've never seen a manic horror pixie before, but she's it, right? At least in the first half of the movie.
Yeah, because the thing is, she's not really been in a lot either. She was in a couple episodes of Law and Order, though. Not SVU.
Wow. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. See, I don't watch the original. Yeah. I watch Law and Order. And I've been rewatching, just by the way, just because I talk about all the shitty episodes of Law and Order SVU, how crazy they are. I've been rewatching Criminal Intent, Law and Order.
Okay. So she was in Criminal Intent.
Those first two seasons are up there with like the best cop TV shows ever, I would say.
Really?
Kind of went downhill after like maybe season 3 or 4, but those first two seasons, all those stories, standalone, great fucking stories.
So she was in an episode of season 2
of Criminal Intent. Which one?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. It's hard to find which episode specifically. She played a character named Kelly Sussman. And let's find the episode.
Oh my God! From the fucking with Linda Lavin, where they're doing Sussman pickles. I just watched that last night. Holy fuck!
Yeah, here it is. The investigation into the murder of a Jewish woman turns toward her family once Goreen and Eames find out about her husband's affair. Goreen. I don't know.
Linda Lavin plays the Jewish mother who
kills
her son's wife. That's her. And the reason why she has to kill her is because her son is banging a stripper. Actually, he's not. He's just been giving a stripper money for 2 years without even getting a hand job off of her. But he bought a strip club for her, a house.
Oh my God.
And she bought her mom a house too. Linda Lavin finds out about it. She tries to get her husband to reconcile with the daughter because that would be bad for business, Sussman Pickles. And the daughter finds out about it, and she's going to get the divorce and take the kids. So Linda Lavin has somebody hit the wife to protect the family name.
Well, how about that, man?
I just watched it last night. Holy fuck.
Talk about synchronicity then, Tim. Yeah, she was there.
As soon as I see it now,
Birdie.
yes, she was the wife, yes.
Yep. What a small world, man. But so it makes sense, So John Waters, like you said, he nails it with Hairspray. People are like, he's got some crossover to mainstream appeal. Let's give him a couple of bucks. Kathleen Turner steps up, and he makes Serial Mom, which is an insane fucking movie.
I wonder if Kathleen Turner, I wonder if she read the script and she's like, all right, I'll do it. And that's what put them over the edge. Because still, I mean, Hairspray and this.
Yeah.
2 different types of movies.
Very, very different types of movies. First of all, this isn't a musical.
Nope.
So, although it could be. It could be a fun musical made out of this. There's certainly some beats, right?
Be quiet. Take this out. We're going to do an off-Broadway show. Serial Mom, the musical.
Okay. Oh, man. So as you had pointed out, Tim, written and directed by John Waters, of course. The legend, Baltimore area legend, John Waters, who you probably know best from, I don't know, Pink Flamingos, Hairspray, Crybaby. He was a big-time maker of very transgressive kind of cult movies in the 70s.
And then somehow he just managed to cross over.
Yeah. just managed to kind of cross over and do a little bit of mainstream appeal. And now he is, from what I understand, to the Baltimore area. You know, remember for a minute when everybody loved Bill Murray? And they're like, oh, they all have a fun story about like, oh, he ate a French fry off my plate and said, nobody will believe you. You know what I mean?
And what a way to get free French fries.
Because one of the stories I heard about John Waters was these comedians were driving to go do some gig, and they were out in the middle of nowhere in like Western Pennsylvania, and or not Pennsylvania, in Maryland. Sorry. And they just saw some dude hitchhiking. They pulled.
Oh, I read it. Yeah, the hitchhiking book. I read that. Yeah.
Well, it was just John Waters,
like 10 years ago. Yeah.
yeah. So interesting guy, man. And
he was also in 2 episodes of Law and Order SVU as the owner of Sugar Fap.
He was also the voice of Ted Bundy in this.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm on death row. It's such a loner.
Oh man, what a fucking fantastic one, man. So you got Kathleen Turner playing the mom, obviously. Fantastic in this.
Great actress and one of the hottest women ever to be in the movies.
Yeah. Of course, you would remember her from Romancing the Stone, War of the Roses, Body Heat, and the voice of Jessica Rabbit.
I think Body Heat would be the first thing that I remember her from, yes.
Etched
into my mind, yeah.
For me, I think it was Romancing the Stone was the first one that
also
I saw.
Also a good one, too, yeah. Frustrated
great
Housewife?
Yeah. Kind of playing the same role here of a frustrated housewife. only for a minute, though. She really gets into her own. She gets hers, yeah. Immediately.
We got to put this up with the scene from that fucking samurai movie that we did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the banging scene.
Who's going higher off the bed? Yeah.
That's what made me think of doing this movie. Was remembering when she kills the first fucking the teacher and then goes home and just bangs the shit out of her husband.
That and the flapping at the end.
Yeah, that too. And so like you said, Tim, Sam Waterston playing Dad.
Also from Law and Order. That's also from Law and Order.
Oh, yeah. He was in a few episodes of that I saw listed there. Also, The Killing Fields in 1984 and The Great Gatsby from 74.
Never saw a Gatsby movie, so.
Yeah, me either.
Seems like too much of a party movie for me. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, I feel like I wouldn't show up to that party. You know what I mean.
I mean, you got time. It never ends, right? So,
right, yeah.
If it never ends, how do you show up fashionably late?
It's a good point. If the party never ends, then is it really a party, Tim?
True. Then it becomes our hell.
That's true. Speaking of our hell, Ricky Lake playing Misty.
Killing it in this fucking movie.
So good. Of course, host of the Ricky Lake show. She technically is a bloody buddy too, Tim.
From what?
She had a cameo in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's kind of had a little walk-by role.
Really? Not like a background like the Ricky Lake show is on TV? That's how they got her in?
Oh. It's like a background role.
Okay. Yeah. Blink and you miss her.
Yeah. Matthew Lillard is Chip, who's, of course, a big old bloody buddy. 13 Ghosts, obviously, he was in, which we've covered. He's been in a million things. Maybe the quintessential Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Kind of born to play that role.
Yeah. Yeah,
he was also in a Law and Order SVU where he was maybe banging Carol Burnett, his aunt.
What the fuck?
Who was portraying Gloria Swanson in the episode.
Wait a minute. What at what age, Carol Burnett? What year are we talking about here?
Oh, up there, Carol Burnett. Which sweetest woman in the world. Love her. Met her 2 times, and sweetest fucking celebrity person I've ever met in my entire life. But yeah, she was in Law and Order SVU where Matthew Lillard, her nephew, Chip, I think his name was, might have been also.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, yeah. Well, you got Carol Burnett and Matthew Lillard. There can't be a plethora of movies that they were in together.
I've got it right here. So he played Chet. Very
Chet.
close.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
Tim, really, your knowledge of SVU is encyclopedic, my friend.
It is. It's kind of freaky. It's freaking me out. Yeah.
I gotta dig in, man. Me and my wife have been watching the new season of Hell's Kitchen.
I wanted to ask you something about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
The show with the fucking kids.
The show with the kids.
The Hell's Kitchen with the kids, right?
Okay, yeah.
Have you seen it? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't watch
There's
that.
a show with Chef Ramsay where they're all like kid cooks.
Okay.
It's got to be fake, right? There's no way. There's no fucking way that you're going to get that many kids who are like 10, 12 years old. Some of them look like they're like 8 years old. And they're able to cook to a standard of being on a fucking chef show.
No.
And now they also have the personalities to be on TV, and they're able to do a season two. This is like the third season of the show.
God damn.
Chef
this is a problem.
Whatever, Chef Junior, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, Iron Chef Jr. Is that
it
the one
Iron
you're
Chef
talking
Junior?
about? Or
It's with Ramsay.
Chef Jr.? I think it's Master Chef Jr.
Master Chef Junior, yes.
Yeah.
How are they finding that many kids who are cute, have personality to be on TV, and can fucking cook a fucking flambé, whatever the fuck it is, and make creme brulee? It's got to be fake, because the way they're cutting it, I watched a whole episode of it. You almost never see the kids doing any real cooking, full shot. It's either long shots or shots close up on their hands doing stuff, putting stuff together. I'm like, there's no way that these kids can cook like this.
You think they got a dad like Joe Jackson, these kids? It's like, you're going to fucking learn how to cook, you little son of a bitch. Just like burning
I'll beat you like an egg, yeah.
Beat you like an egg. Yeah, the fucking that fish better be battered, or else you're gonna get battered, you little son of a bitch.
But yeah, because there's a ton of fucking Chef Ramsay shows on. That the fucking next level thing where like the fucking bottom drops out of your kitchen and
Oh, that one's weird, man.
you gotta cook upside down.
I remember when Food Network first like dropped, when it first became a thing. And it was actually that there were shows on there where they would teach you how to cook things.
Yeah, they were actual chefs. Yeah. Not the commercials of Emma Lagrassi showing, Lagrassi, whatever the fucking guy is, showing his fucking new air fryer. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got his air fryer.
Is it good?
Yeah. It's a nice one. Because you can use it as like a dehydrator and that kind of shit. It's handy.
That's pretty much any air fryer.
Oh,
right?
Tim's. I guess. I mean, if you could set them low enough, sure. Oh, Tim, we got a rice cooker.
Ah, how you like it? Which one did you get?
It's a cheap one.
Go ahead. Buy it nice or buy it twice.
No, it works great, man. It's nice.
Does yours talk to you in 3 different languages?
No, thankfully.
Okay.
You know what? I don't like things talking to me.
It's got a sexy voice, I gotta say. She doesn't want to make me eat that rice more than I would normally do.
Well, that's good. At least you're getting encouraged to make
rice
healthier
is so good for you.
Dietary decisions there, Tim. All right, then you got Justin Whalen, who plays Scotty. Tim, you might recognize him as Andy from Child's Play 3.
Was that who he was? I thought he was in one of the Fright Nights.
Was he?
Maybe the second one?
I didn't recognize him from Fright Nights. Let's see. He was in the Dungeons and Dragons movie. The 2000 one, though.
I was going to say.
The one with the blue lips. Yeah. He was in Mr. Belvedere, where the guy sat on his balls. And Charles in Charge. But no, Tim, he was not in Fright Night.
Okay. Well,
No, he played
I'm sure
Andy
I saw him in one of those other things, yeah.
Child's Play 3. By the way, he was fantastic in this.
Yes. I mean,
Scotty?
he's got his thing, right?
Hey, he was
Betty
beaten
Pages?
off. You know? And Tim. Cameo in here by Tracy Lords.
Spotted her right away.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, wait. No. I don't know who she is.
Yeah, like, hey, wait a minute. That's an actor. That's what that is.
I recognize her from some other John Waters movie. So I think she was never in an order SVU.
She didn't
That'd be
have
a match
to, Tim.
made in heaven.
Tim, she lived it. She didn't have to be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe one of those stories is based on her.
You sure she wasn't in one?
Holy fuck! There
Wait
was
a
an
minute.
episode where some
Oh.
chick is filming porn and she fucking fudged her fucking ID. And that's how they busted up the whole porn ring.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? I just looked it up. You're right, Tim. She is not in a single episode of Law and Order SVU.
Too close to home. That's what it is.
I guess so. Yeah. Wow. How about that? So, yeah, that's about it for the notable actors that I have on here. You got a couple of like character actors in here, just filling in some of the roles, but other
Mink
than that,
Stoll.
What's that?
Mink Stoll. The one who plays Dottie
Stoll.
Henderson.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She's she's an all-star for John Waters. I think she's been in all of his movies.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's the same with Ricky Lake's been in a ton of John Waters shit too.
Yeah, but I mean, no, Mink still goes back.
Yeah. To play Dottie Hinkle.
Dottie
Fun
Hinkle.
name.
Yeah. Why would anybody want to harass poor Dottie Hinkle?
It was very funny though.
Oh, that first time watching it was hysterical.
Yeah. Forgive me. I have a cough, so I have to mute on occasion. So
Yeah, you'd only know that if you're watching us on the Patreon. So
That's true. All right. So we open up on the little crawl telling us, just so you know, Tim, this is an absolutely true story.
I believe it. Yes.
Yeah. So do I. We open on a beautiful suburban home. There's this very boring conversation going on around the breakfast table. And Kathleen Turner, mom, she locks in on this fly, just annoying the shit out of her.
Well, it's ruining
Flying
the perfect breakfast, right? With the perfect
It
family
is.
and the perfect house and the perfect life.
It is, because it keeps landing on the toast. It lands on the glass of orange juice. And she just locks in on it, starts tracking it across that, and then finally gets the swatter and wham, just explodes the fucking fly. Nice little bloody grease stain from it and
The
everything.
gore.
The gore. Yeah. Took that fucker out. Then a couple detectives show up at their house because apparently somebody left their neighbor a note that says, "I'll get you, pussy face." And we both coughed. How about
The incredible dialogue, especially in this part, with
that? Mm-hmm.
I never say the P word, and when Sam Waterston goes, no woman would ever say the P word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just incredible. All the fucking lines. She's so good. And also, this is the part where Ricky Lake just locks eyes on the detective, and that's it.
Yes.
I have written that Ricky Lake, the direction that she got was be boy crazy.
Yeah, be thirsty.
Yeah.
How thirsty can you be? That's what we need. And she nails it too, man. Because she's talking about like Carl, who's her friend, and going to the swap meet with him.
That's right. Yeah, because they have a Village People album autographed by all the Village People that she's wondering, can she get 50 cents for at a swap meet?
She could get $1 for that, Tim.
I looked it up today. You could buy that same exact album without these signatures for $7.98. Like probably original price of when the album came out.
Probably, yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair though, how many copies do you think that album sold?
And it's like one of the it's like a greatest hits, like volume 2, something like that. So, you got like half a Macho Man, got some of the
Half
MCA.
Of Tim,
yeah.
they tend to put the entire song on greatest hits. They don't just put like the chorus on there.
Yeah, you got my part 1 and part 2.
Oh, right, yeah. Like they do like a Weird Al medley of all their music. Like this is just a sample of what you could be listening to
If you bought the full album, yes.
So then what DJs do in the future is they just get those sampler remixes and just put those on to play. That'd be a good move.
I remember a great episode of The Office where Michael did that, where it was his favorite song, and he just kept listening to it on iTunes for the 30 seconds that you get to listen to it for free.
Oh,
and just
God,
keep hitting it
yeah.
over and over and over.
Yeah, that was good. So mom starts singing to the birds. The kids go along their merry little way. And then she goes upstairs, picks up the phone.
Oh, God.
It just starts fucking calling the neighbor. And it's the best, dude.
It's such. She's taking such joy in doing it.
Kathleen Turner, the actor, is taking so much joy in filming this scene.
This is cocksucker residence.
Where are you at? 212 Pussy Lane. It's so fucking funny. And you know what? It's like it reminded me of that person on iTunes that reviewed our podcast saying it just sounds like when a teenager first learns how to cuss.
Ah, that's right. That cocksucker.
Yeah, that's what her cussing at the neighbor reminded me of.
You know, it's so good too because when the phone rings before Dottie picks it up, you could see she's sitting there and the phone rings, and it's like she's got fucking shell shock is going on. And she's like, "Do I answer the phone? Do I not answer the phone?" And she answers, it's like, "Hello, cocksucker." So good. And then the callback is the icing on the cake.
Yeah, the calls are back. Oh my god! Hey, no, this is Jessica from the phone company. What kind of things did he say to you? We need to know specifically. He said, "Pussy." Ah, you filthy mouth, fucking whore.
It is so fucking good. Really, Nick Stoll is incredible in this fucking movie.
She is so good. She really is. Tim, were you a big prank call guy when you were a kid?
I think actually, I remember one time my friend Peter and Ernie bleep his name out. Okay. One thing that we did was maybe for a whole day we kept calling the same number and asking, like, is Peter there?
Yeah.
And then after like 6 or 7 hours of doing that, called me, go, hi, my name is Peter. Do I have any messages?
Do you have any messages?
Yes.
That
was about the extent of my thing. I was in more vandalism than I was pranking on the phones.
I think I told mine. My favorite was when we were at the motel in Longview. That because I had my own room in the motel because one of the sinks were broken, so they couldn't rent it out. So, but across the street was a convenience store and the video store where I rented all the movies from, and there was a payphone at the convenience store. So we wrote down the phone number of the payphone, and when people would walk by, we'd call the payphone.
Did they? I bet most of them answered, right?
Yeah, they would.
You got it, right? Because maybe it's like, you won $1 million, or hey, it's Grace Kelly, come over and fuck me.
Yeah, it was definitely Grace Kelly. Damn. I can't tell you the number of times I fucked Grace Kelly because she called me at a payphone.
That's why I would answer a phone if I was walking past it. You never know.
It's true. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Tim.
Worst case scenario, it's 88 minutes, right?
That's actually where I worked on my dumb radio voice, was doing those prank phone calls. You know, the coming at you, WNBC, that guy voice, right? So we would call, and then I'd pick it up and be like, I forgot the name of the radio station. Let's say it was KZFR, right? I'd say, hey, caller, you're on the line right now with 101.4 KZFR, and if you can answer our 1 minute to win it question, then you'll win free tickets to the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers concert right now at the Rose Garden. All you have to do is answer this question: how many weeks are in a year? And then they'd be like,
that's a great fucking scam, man. I fucking love that. And then you just tell them, all right, now you got to come down Monday through Friday between 9.
No, Tim. Even worse, even more manipulative, and more being able to enjoy it than that.
You rob their house on Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning when you know that they're at the radio station.
Okay, fair. We didn't think it through that much. That's a good point, too. No, we told them that they could go into the video rental place to claim the ticket. They just had to go in there and say, I won the KZFR phrase that pays. Now give me my ticket.
Oh, to the clerk. And if you dress up as a gorilla, you get $100.
Yeah. That'd be great. No, nobody was dressing as a fucking gorilla, Tim. So what I would do is I'd have my friend go into the video store, and then I'd call and tell the person to do that. Then the person would go in there, and my friend would be in there listening to them argue with the clerk over their Tom Petty and the Heartbreaker tickets.
I'm going to talk to the manager right now.
Yeah, and the people at the video store are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. We don't have any fucking
hats off. I respect that one. I wish, if I was a kid, if I would have thought about that, man, I would have sent fucking people all over the goddamn state.
Yeah. That was fun, Tim. It really was. Oh man! So now we go off to meet the math teacher, and she brings him a fruitcake. First of all, right? Then talks to him about her son Chip, played by Matthew Lillard,
who's doing very well. Right, starting off the year great, except for one thing.
Oh, except for one problem, Tim. He draws things like this, and it's just like a picture of a bloody face thing.
It's Blood Freak.
Yeah, right.
That's the other thing. Again, watching this movie again for the first time in like 10 to 15 years, like how many people watched this movie who had no idea what Blood Freak was? Who Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, I think is mentioned at the breakfast table at the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
And like people had no idea what the fuck that was, and maybe you had. American Online, just going on, typing in Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, and just seeing what pops up.
Yeah.
All the little fucking things he dropped into this movie.
Well, yeah, 94. I mean, first of all, going online, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's true, because it's not even in this movie. Nothing with the internet at all. Yeah.
94, the internet wasn't really that big of a thing. I mean,
okay, so that's, you know what? That's even better, right? You go see this movie, and there's that line about, hey, Dad, you don't know what? You never watched Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer? Mm-hmm. And little Eddie at that time, well, maybe not so little, whatever, but like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
and then you got to do research on it. You got to find where you can rent it.
Yeah, and then holy shit. Okay,
you go in there. There's some guy going, "Where's my Tom Petty ticket?" And you're like, "I just want to rent Tom. I just want to rent Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Come on."
Yeah, there's somebody in there just pissed. Yeah. No. So the teacher's like, yeah, this kid's a fucking freak that likes horror movies. So you know what? He needs to go to therapy.
There must be something you're doing wrong. Yes.
Yeah, it's something you fucked up as his parent. Anyhow, thanks for coming to the PTA meeting. See ya.
Yeah, I got to be racist to the only black woman in the school.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's before he sees her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people just aren't made for college.
So, okay. So you're like, all right, though, this is, stuff going on in the movie. That's fun. Cut to Kathleen Turner gets in the car, follows his ass around the back of the building, and just fucking rams into him.
I think you're skipping over the thing that like really set her off, because I don't think we covered it before with the breakfast thing. Gum. Mm-hmm. She does not like gum.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
All that shit. He suggests that there's something wrong with a perfect family.
Mm-hmm,
and everything like that. She's like going behind him slow, but once she sees the gum, that's it. He's done.
Yeah, no chewing gum in class,
even on the school grounds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a weird rule, by the way. What the heck was with the hate for gum in school?
It was a control thing.
Yeah,
the priest is going to tell you what you can do with your mouth.
Oh, shit. Never thought of it that way, Tim. That's a good point. So she fucking just rams into this dude, then drives over him, hits reverse, backs over him. In the sound, the Foley work of the of running over him is so fantastic. And then we see
the witness,
probably like a young Tim Yobo style witness.
Oh man, I was thinking, if I would have known this chick when I was in high school, perfect match.
Perfect match. You and her just hanging out, giggling at everything, smoking
I was thinking,
weed.
What's wrong with her? She's a chick smoking pot by herself?
Yeah, that's weird.
Right? Dudes do that. Chicks don't do that. I might be sounding extremely racist, but yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Well,
chicks don't just
go
racist. Oh, sorry. Did I say racist? I'm sorry, sexist.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a slip. Chicks don't just do that. Smoke joints by themselves, right? In high school?
If you're a chick that used to just smoke joints by yourself in high school, write in, let us know. Or if you're currently a chick in high school, write to old Tim Yobo.
No. We don't want that. But, no. As you get older, yes, of course, you're going to be in your house. You have your own fucking life, everything going on. You can smoke a joint by yourself. But in high school...
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a troubled high school girl who smokes a lot of pot,
no,
do
not do that.
Reach out to him and tell him about it. Tell him about some of your problems, as a matter of fact. Tim would like to hear them.
I do have an Insta account, so.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Hop on his Insta. Good. So, and I do like that we did get it revealed to us why she doesn't like Dottie, because she stole her parking spot one time.
It's so incredible because I just wonder how many people have done petty shit 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years later because, bitch cut me off and stole my fucking parking space.
Yeah. That's the
kind of shit that sets you off.
So I think I brought it up before. One of my new fun things I like to do is I get on our neighborhood app and troll people.
Yeah.
Like people will, post, "Oh, there's a big loud bang last night. What was that?" And I'll be like, "I blew my wife's back out." Or something like that,
Do they know who it is posting, or is it like anonymous? No, it's that house again, yeah.
I go under a pseudonym on there because I like trolling and fucking with people. But, like somebody was all like, it's just crazy. There's the person that's like, nobody's cleaning up dog poop at the dog park anymore. And this motherfucker takes like 9 photos of shit and then posts them. So I'm like, dude, you didn't need to take pictures of the shit. You could just say that.
No, because he's got to drive the point home. Because as a New Yorker and as 55 years old, I remember when I was growing up as a kid, there was dog shit all over the fucking place. Yeah. You were lucky if they actually shit in the street off the curb. Sometimes it'd be in the middle of the fucking sidewalk. And now I notice somebody's got a fucking big dog around my neighborhood. Because every once in a while, there'll be just like a big fucking pile of shit right next to a fucking tree. Like, somebody's not fucking picking up after their dog. And it's happened, like, more and more times now. I don't like it. Pick up after your goddamn dog.
Here's the difference between you and me. I'm believe
not taking
you.
Pictures of it, yeah.
You don't need to send me a picture of it. I believe you. Okay?
Maybe you'll recognize it. And you're like, hey, wait a second. I gave that dog some corn last week. I know who that is.
Hey, wait a second. I'd recognize that dog shit from anywhere. That's Lawrence Talbot's dog shitting up the fucking neighborhood. Now, what the? Yeah,
well, I mean, you can wipe out half the chihuahuas just based on the size of the shit, right?
Okay, so I did this, Tim. I did my own little Columbo work here, but not with the dog shit. This lady posted, somebody slashed all 4 tires on my car. Right? Okay.
Somebody's got a problem with that.
So she's nailed it, Tim. So she's all like, I'm trying to figure out who did this, right? And everybody's like, you should knock around the neighborhood and see if anybody's got a camera you could borrow. Does your car have cameras on it? Like some Teslas have cameras on them all the time or whatever. I just responded, all right, who'd you piss off?
Mm-hmm.
Because if somebody
whose husband are you banging?
If somebody slashed all 4 tires on your car, 1 tire, I could see a kid being a dickhead.
You just pull the car up next to it, you open up the thing, bang, bang, and then you go. You got 2 tires maybe you can do. Yes.
Yeah.
You're not getting out of the car and doing it. Yeah.
All 4 tires. You did something.
She's fucking the wrong person.
Yeah. So I just said, make a list of the people you've pissed off recently, narrow that down by proximity, and then how recently you pissed them off, and then you're probably going to find out who did it. It's pretty easy to me. I don't know.
You neighborhood Columbo. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So she kills this motherfucker, then rolls into the car wash, goes home to watch some fucking movies with her kid.
Because I'm watching the same movie over and over again, right? Blood Feast.
Yeah, they're all watching Blood Feast. And she's like, ooh, go back to that part where the heart, where they rip the heart out. That's fun, So, and then we smash cut from the bloody heart to the meatloaf that she's putting on the table. Don't like meatloaf, Tim?
Not a big fan of it. Kind of dry most of the time. But she did say it's a perfect meatloaf, so.
So if your meatloaf's dry, the tip is you want to dice up a bunch of veggies, saute them up real quick, and then throw that in the meatloaf base. That adds moisture.
Okay, I'll remember that for the next time I don't eat meatloaf. Because I ain't making that shit at home. The only chance I'm ever gonna have meatloaf if I go to a fucking diner. So I said, please saute the vegetables before you put them in.
No, if you go to a diner and they fuck up your meatloaf, go to another diner.
Thought that was a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, no, if they fuck up a grilled cheese sandwich, that's...
Or chicken soup.
That's on... Or chicken soup, yeah. It's hard
If they
to
don't
fuck
have
up
chicken soup on the menu, you're in trouble, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. So, down at dinner, we learn about Carl. Carl is Ricky Lake's friend who would take her on a date if she'd lose 10 pounds.
Maybe. The way I'm getting the impression is that he said to her, maybe, and she's leaving that maybe out. She's like, if I lose 10 pounds, he's going to take me to some dance.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And I think really, I mean, she's not a large woman at any point in this fucking movie. So to say she needs to lose 10 pounds.
No, she's fine. Like, it's ridiculous.
You don't want to. You want to lick. You don't want to stream.
Yeah, exactly. Were they looking for Ricky Creek? I don't think so, pal. So turn on the news, and they're talking to the witness from the scene of the crime. Who's like, I don't know, man. It was like a blue car or something.
Mm-hmm. Station wagon, maybe.
Man.
Ran over him backwards and forward. I love how she just dismisses this woman with, oh, my God, look at her hair.
Yeah. Jesus, look at her hair. Who's going to fucking listen to her? She's crazy.
So frizzy, yeah. Come on. She's in the bathroom smoking a fucking joint. She's not putting any conditioner on that shit.
Right. Yeah, she could have at least done something. I mean, you know, it's 1994. She could go get the Rachel.
Yeah, probably in 94.
Yeah. So that night, though, we learned that Kathleen Turner's character is obsessed with serial killers. She's
not birds anymore.
No. Was birds. She was a bird watcher.
No. Here's a question. Do you think this is something that's been going on before this? And because I think it was kind of like the whole thing with the gum, and then like the one time she did with the teacher that kind of like set her on that path. Because, I mean, was a Zodiac really calling up and pranking the next door neighbor? I think it like escalated from pranking Dottie to doing this, to doing that, to the gum, to this, to telling my daughter to lose 10 pounds and all the other shit.
She had an autographed photo of Richard Speck.
That's true, and she had the tapes of Ted Bundy, and I was like, what year did Ted Bundy get executed? I'm pretty sure it was before 94.
Yeah, so I'm just saying... She probably has had me,
Ted Bundy. I'm on death row. It's such a lonely place.
Oh my God! So wait a minute. Then is Serial Mom like the female version of Falling Down? You think?
Oh, the Michael Douglas connection.
Yeah.
Possible. Yeah.
I could see it because look, man, she's just going around getting irritated by minor nuisances, but she's actually killing the people.
Yeah, but she's doing like a Hannibal Lecter, right? The people that she's killing, you're like kind of okay with.
Yeah, it's because they're
those
annoying,
chicken-eating motherfuckers.
Yeah, versus killing the ethnic store owner because he won't give change to make a phone call.
It's been a while since I rewatched that, but I don't know what I've been watching on YouTube lately. But again, I swear to God, it's funny that you said that. Today I was scrolling through the recommended for you. It's a thing called Falling Down Was Propaganda. And it's like an hour and 45-minute fucking video. I'm just imagining how somebody's making a video on YouTube.
Than Falling Down.
Yeah. Calling it propaganda.
How is it propaganda?
I'm sure at the end of it, it's going to be that Michael Douglas is really Antifa or parts of black BLM.
So wait, then you think their theory is that Michael Douglas was the good guy?
Yes, because you get the whole point of that movie is that he is not the good guy. So how anybody could call that movie as propaganda means that they're not seeing him as the bad guy. He's being the persecuted guy.
Literally at the end, when the cops are shooting at him, he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm the bad guy." It's that fucking. He specifically, very overtly says that.
Yeah, but it's the same motherfuckers who are watching Fight Club, man. So they don't get that shit.
Fair.
They're like, "Oh, look, he's being ironic. Am I the bad guy because I'm standing up for the Constitution?" Oh.
Yeah, that could be. Old defense, he was a freedom fighter.
Actually, I'm going to watch that video later on tonight and just see where it goes.
When he shot up a McDonald's because they refused to serve him breakfast, that was him being Antifa.
Yep, of course, yeah. I mean, they go deep, Antifa.
Yeah. Speaking of going deep, she fucks the shit out of her husband.
My God. It's played for comedy, but...
It's played for comedy, but Tim was whacking.
She's just got an incredibly sexy voice. And this might be one of the best portrayals in movies of kids hearing their parents fuck ever.
Oh, my God, yeah. Because first it's Matthew Lillard's character, and he looks up, he's like, what the fuck is that? And Ricky Lake's character is like, "Well, what the hell's going on over there?"
And Sam Waters is like, "I'm okay with it if you are. We just gotta be quiet because the kids might still be awake." Yeah. And the first time he touches her, she's fucking moaning her ass off. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should have my wife kill somebody. Maybe that's what gets him off.
I mean, as long as you can make it so there's nothing we can be traced back to you, where it's all on her, right?
Yeah. Then it's fine.
Yeah, but then you got custody of the kids all by yourself, and then what woman wants you with kids? Oh, wait, no, that's kind of an attraction thing, right? Poor guy, his wife went crazy, murdered somebody.
I don't know if that's necessarily like a selling point. That sounds like baggage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at that point, you got no choice. Yeah.
I guess that's true. I guess you just tell them that she died in the war or something. Right. Not that she was a serial killer. Although, you know what? Women are really into true crime now. That's the other thing about this movie. The way that everybody thinks she's psychotic because she reads books about serial killers.
She was ahead of her time.
Very ahead of her time.
At least Lifetime was ahead of its time because they got Suzanne Summers. Right away they're going to make a fucking movie out of this, right?
The fact I had forgot because it's been a while since I've seen this movie. I had forgot the Suzanne Summers bit at the end, which is so fucking funny, dude. Because when they say we're going to have Suzanne Summers play her in a movie, and then Suzanne Summers shows up. This is the fucking funniest shit, dude.
It's just everything about this movie is just perfectly done. Perfectly cast, really everything. Everybody's playing the role that they're supposed to play, everything.
Hats off. I mean, John Waters as a director, fucking nailed it.
And he can direct a fucking car chase. I was really surprised.
Yes. A couple of them. There's a few car chases in this that are fantastic, especially with the juxtaposition of her just calm, kind of cool demeanor, listening to her music, and then everybody else frantically coming after her. Like,
could have been listening to the latest Genesis album in '94. What was that?
Latest Genesis album in '94. I don't know.
Phil Collins by '94. So,
yeah. I'm not a big Genesis / Phil Collins.
That's
guy.
why we're on the podcast together. If you were, I would not be doing the show.
That's true. 94, man, I would have been 13. So maybe Typo Negative was the thing. I was just getting into them.
Okay.
Probably.
No Korn yet?
Yeah. No, I don't think Korn yet. When was Korn's first album?
I don't know. I'm thinking 2000. It wasn't in the 90s, right?
No, it was October 11th, 1994, Tim.
Holy shit. Freak on a Leash came out in 94?
Freak on a Leash was not on their first album, Tim.
Oh, okay. Well, second album, third album?
Yeah, that would have been their... No, this would have been Blind would have been their first album.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Ball Tongue. You know that one, right, Tim?
Take your word for it. Not a big Korn fan either.
Yeah. Yeah, their first album was all right. And then after that, didn't really care for it. They get too rap.
Now, if you want to hear some good music, listen to what we're going to be doing next week. That's got some good music in it.
Oh, yeah. That's true. We're going to be covering The Crow.
Best soundtrack ever to any fucking movie. Pound for pound.
I was trying to think of other... Yeah, I think you might be right, man.
It's an incredible time capsule of when that movie came out.
Of 94, yeah.
Even still, the fucking songs all kick ass still today. I just listened to it a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking about the one of the Nine Inch Nails tracks on it.
Burn?
Yes, Burn.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic track, man. So, okay. She gets fucked out pretty good. They go to bed. Next morning, we see that the neighbors have been spying on them, and they're talking to the cops now.
Mm-hmm.
The cops are all sniffing around, and lo and behold, Tim, only one of the parents at that school has a blue station wagon. So
that should be enough, right? Go to the only fucking car wash in the whole goddamn town and see who just got the car wash that day.
Yeah. So we're watching her with probably 7 recycle bins. This old gag of the recycling is far too complicated and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, they're playing it for comedy, and they're showing how into it she is, and then we're getting the juxtaposition of the next door neighbor who is just fucking throwing his shit out like it's Chef Robbie's days, is throwing shit in a garbage can without a trash bag in it.
Yeah, just fucking willy-nilly raw dogging the trash can. Just willy-nilly raw dogging the trash can, throwing shit wherever. She's just littering all over the ground. So Kathleen Turner, and again, you gotta love her character, grabs 2 little fucking sneaky bottles of whiskey, heads outside talking to the garbage man. She's just social engineering, dude. Just doing a little networking. She's like, hey guys, you guys wouldn't mind a little free whiskey, would you?
You work so hard to clean up our garbage and recycling.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, you know what? Hey, and thanks for, bagging up your recycle. You're not like that litter bug over there. And not her. One of the garbage men is like, somebody should fucking kill her.
Oh my, no, the way he just says it, after he takes a shot from that little tiny fucking Maker's Mark or whatever the fuck it is. And it's just like, somebody ought to kill her.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, for the sake of the earth, somebody just might do that.
Yeah. So fucking great. So she spots Dottie, the one she's been doing all the fun prank calls with.
Yeah, this is where we get the backstory on why this whole thing is starting.
Yeah, and she's having tea with Rosemary, their other neighbor friend. Right? Then she sneaks in there and she's just hanging out with them, and she's like, "Oh, what's that over there? Are those some dried pussy willows?" And Dottie freaks out. Wait, what the fuck? What? Wait a minute. What did you say? What did you say? And she just grabs a Fabergé egg.
Franklin Mint Fabergé egg.
Franklin Mint.
The important ones. The ones that are worth money. Yes.
Grabs it off of the table. Throws it on the ground, just obliterates it. Wham! Smashes it on the ground. Rosemary's like, what the heck was that? She's like, oh, Dottie broke your Fabergé.
Oh, man. What a fucking move. I love that fucking shit because that's it. No matter what Dottie says, no matter what I would say, whatever you would say, nobody's going to fucking believe you after that. That's it. She got her.
Yeah, broke her Fabergé egg. That bitch.
Franklin Mint
Fabergé egg, one of the good ones. I wonder,
is Franklin Mint still a thing?
No. Now NFTs are the thing.
No. Oh, they missed their chance. They could have been the Franklin Mint NFTs.
I'll bet you they did. Okay, I'm googling.
It's gotta still be a thing. It's gotta be.
So it is, Tim.
The plates, I remember, JFK, Abraham Lincoln, Washington crossing the Delaware.
Yeah, so I'm going right now to their best sellers. And right now it's vintage nativity ornament set for $70.
What?
A vintage nativity ornament set. Like Christmas tree ornaments.
Yes, I know it is Christmas thing, but it's fucking January.
I know
People
they should
buying
be on
it for next year.
clearance by now.
They're stocking up on their nativities.
Yeah, I guess so. You got to beat the rush. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, look, last 2 weeks ago it was $150.
there's just a bunch of like things with the flag on it that says "We the People." And
how much do those plates cost? I say "We the People."
Oh, is there a plate? I don't know. There's another one that just says "Lions, not sheep," and another one that says "Land of the Free, 1776."
Wait, hold on. Did Franklin Mint go Q?
I think they did.
Okay, check and see if they have anything with "Storm is Coming" or "Trumpy Bear" from the Franklin Mint.
Well, here's one, Tim, that's the American flag, right? But the stripes on it become guns at the end. And it says, I am 1,776% sure no one will be taking my guns.
Dude, the 1776 thing has been hijacked by the fucking right. That's the whole fucking thing. So, holy shit, Franklin Mint went fucking QAnon.
They did. They've gone full Q, Tim.
There's a podcast I listened to. I think I mentioned it. QAnon Anonymous. I'm going to have to send them a fucking link to the Franklin Mint and ask them to do a show about where this rabbit hole ends. Do the fucking people who put out that Epic Times newspaper own this Franklin Mint now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe they're owned by PragerU. Oh, this is bizarre. At the top of their website, you know, at the top of websites, sometimes they have links to other things that they're related to.
Oh, is it a food bucket?
No. So it says our brands, right? Here's their brands. Pier 1, like Pier 1 Imports.
What?
Dress Barn. Stein Mart, like beer steins.
Wait, are these the companies that they own or the companies that sell their shit? There's no way Franklin Mint owns fucking Dress Barn.
Could be companies that sell their shit, but then they've got linens and things. Okay, that tracks, right, with shirts and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, things. It could be anything, yeah.
But they've got Radio Shack, which I think went out of business about 20 years ago.
Can I get a Franklin Mint RC card, please?
Yeah, can I get a 1776 RC Corvette?
You got the General Lee? Of course we do. Which, by the way, I saw the General Lee driving around in my neighborhood a couple of weeks ago.
Hey, how about that?
Stars and bars on top of it. I'm like, wow, that's gutsy. You better be going to a fucking car show, yeah.
Yeah, in New York, that's I'd be careful parking it. You might end up with 4 slash tires on the neighborhood app asking what happened. Fucking idiots.
Yeah. So every time I park my General Lee outside, people are fucking egging my car, slashing my tires.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, all right, the detectives are on her trail. They stop by Dad's dentist office to talk to him about some of the books that they found in the recycle. And they're all like, they're like, hey, you know anything about all these serial killer books and stuff? And he's like, yeah, it's probably my son's. They're like, yeah. They're not. See, because we traced them back to this bookstore where they were purchased using your wife's credit card. So we want to answer some questions about that. Always pay cash. No trail, Tim.
If you're going to buy the Anarchist Cookbook, do not fucking order that from a website and pay with your credit card.
I mean, if you plan on using anything in the Anarchist Cookbook, sure. If it's purely for research...
It's not a good list to be on, right? So use a Bitcoin for that.
Yeah, or you could go to the Franklin Mint, apparently, and buy it. Now I'm so fascinated by it. Okay, they've got one here that says Curiosities and Oddities.
Oh, boy.
And, Tim, in a million years, you would never guess what it is.
It's either UFOs or Jesus Christ.
Sorry, UFOs or what?
Jesus Christ.
No.
Ghost?
No, it's a Greek Spartan helmet.
From the Franklin Mint.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the edge of the plates of them having sex with each other like in the birdcage or anything like that?
Oh, no, Tim, not a plate. It is a Greek Spartan helmet.
A helmet from 300?
Helmet. Yes.
You fucking Snyderverse motherfucking idiots. Yeah. Go buy that from Franklin Mint. Help support the Snyderverse. Yeah.
$184, Tim.
Does it come in sizes?
No, I don't think you're supposed to wear it.
No, come the fuck on. If I'm ordering a Spartan helmet, I'm fucking wearing that goddamn shit when it comes to my house.
Yeah, no, this I don't believe you're supposed to wear. This is just kind of on a. It's like a sculpture kind of.
Is it like
thing?
1/8 size? Is it real life size? Because I'm putting it on my head. Come on, I bought that shit.
$184. I think you better be able to wear the fucking thing. It just says here, summon the rich history of Greek culture. This early Hellenistic helmet is a functional work of art.
So you can wear it. That's it. Instead of a motorcycle helmet, right down the fucking street with that goddamn thing on your head.
So, listeners, if you're wondering what to get me for a late Christmas present.
Does it have the red plume behind it?
No, I'll send you a link to it, Tim. It's not... It appears to be like it's solid bronze.
Well, I mean, it's the Bronze Age, yeah. The Gold Age costs a lot more.
Yeah, so it's resin with a faux bronze finish.
Oh, what the fuck? Resin with the faux bronze finish? You can't even give me a little bit of fucking bronze for $184?
Not only that, it's only 9 inches wide by 12 inches tall by 16 inches deep.
I have to ask my wife to measure my head.
Yeah, so Tim, you might be able to wear this one.
I remember I told you a story when I bought the Joe Montana signed 49er helmet for like $500, and I put it on my head, and it was like 2 hours before I could get it off because it was way too small. But I was actually thinking, I'm going to waste all this money. I have to go to the fire department and ask them to cut this off my head. But sooner or later, I got it off. Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck, man.
So that's why I'm putting this fucking Spartan helmet on. Hell no.
Can you imagine you go to the fire department, they have to cut off and autograph Joe Montana?
The worst thing is I'm thinking about just walking to the fire department with the helmet on my head.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I had no shirt on. I couldn't even fucking put a shirt on. So I'd be walking down the street bare-chested with a fucking 49er helmet on.
You'd look like that dude at the fucking Bass Pro Shop that got naked and dove in the tub.
Did you see the picture of him where he looks like fucking Michael from the way they have him?
Yeah.
Michelangelo's Michael if he ate fast food.
Michelangelo's Michael, the famous he a sculpture of himself, actually. Michelangelo's Michael.
Back then when everybody had small dicks for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the Greeks, right? Michelangelo's famous sculpture, Michael. Yeah. Makes sense to me, Tim. So, okay. Now, they go to the swap meet, right? And Misty's like, oh, Carl's not going to go to the swap meet with me because he's, taking his girlfriend or whatever.
She lost the 10 pounds.
Yeah, it didn't work, though.
Yeah.
Turns out this guy was just an asshole, Tim, because he shows up at the swap meet with some other chick.
That's what I meant. Tracy Lords. She lost the 10 pounds.
Oh, yeah, she did. Jesus Christ, man.
She went on an all-protein diet.
Yeah, she sure did. They were riding her ass to lose that last 10 pounds, Tim, let me tell you. No, it's
one thing, again, you
great.
know what? I think John Waters, what he's great for is giving these people second chances.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has a way to, forget about that. He has something else to do. Because we haven't mentioned who's the other big fucking, big cameo in this movie, right?
Well, Suzanne Summers, right?
The juror who wears white shoes after Labor Day. You know who that is, right?
No, who was that?
Get the fuck out of here. Patty Hearst?
Was that Patty Hearst?
That's Patty Hearst from the Simeon Army, motherfucker.
No.
Yes, that's her. She's been in a bunch of fucking John Waters movies. That's Patty Hearst, the juror number 8 who's wearing white shoes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. How the fuck did I not?
Who the fuck else is going to put Patty fucking Hearst in a fucking movie?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, she was in Biodome after that.
Oh, but I think, because I know she did at least 2 other John Waters movies.
Well, she was in Crybaby before this.
Okay, with Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the only one before this that she was in. That was her first movie she was in, apparently.
Sure. Well, no, there's that video of her. It's a little jumpy, but there's a video of her in the bank. That might have been the first movie that she...
I don't think that was a movie, Tim. But yeah, God, no, I didn't catch that one, man. Good catch. But yeah, fucking crazy. So, Mom goes and follows Carl to the bathroom because she eyeballs this. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna hurt my little
well, yeah,
girl?
because
No problem."
he bought the Fabergé egg for Tracy Lloyd, so she can put it in her bedroom.
Yeah,
and then they bought a banner.
Yeah, no,
a pennant. A pennant. They said, "I'll take the pennant." The Colts.
Oh, right. Yeah, and what's her name? Rosemary bought the stove poker.
Oh, yeah, because the Fabergé egg was chipped, and even though it's a Franklin Mint Fabergé egg, it's chipped, so it only should be $50, not $100.
Not $100.
I wish somebody did the inflation calculator on how much a fucking Fabergé egg, $100 in 1994 was. I'm giving you time.
$100 from... that's a good question.
It's got to be at least $300, $400 fucking dollars for that goddamn cracked egg right now.
Yeah. Jesus.
So yeah,
that's
well, look,
ridiculous.
it's that old, it's a fucking shop owner's stupid fucking fault for putting the stupid goddamn labels with $3 and $6 on the fucking fire pokers, man.
That was stupid. Yeah. So Rosemary goes in and she does the little switch the label trick and buys the fucking stove poker for $3. Ridiculous. Whatever, you know.
At least you didn't try to talk them down from the $3, right? Like, well, it says $3. I give you $2.75.
That would have been a total piece of shit move. Yeah, Jesus Christ. That'd be something my dad would have done. To be honest with you, he would have pulled that shit.
I don't think I think maybe like there'd been like 3 times my entire life where I bartered somebody down. Well, it's not even bartering. Where I talk somebody down on the price. I'm just like, that's the price. Okay, that's what I'm going to pay.
Oh, dude, I used to be notorious for doing that shit. We'd go to swap meets all the time buying old video game shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at a swap meet...
Yeah, it's a little bit... Yeah, it's expected. Yeah, and my wife does it all the time. In all the stores that we go into, and it works all the goddamn time. I'm like, so wait a second. So some fucking sucker came in... Yeah. Well, no, not a 7-Eleven, but like clothes and stuff like that. But like... So if somebody came in yesterday and that coat was like $500 and they didn't try to like, hey, give me a discount, they spent $500, but you got it down to $195, and the store's still making money.
That's impressive, man.
I know she's good with that.
That's off to her. Man.
The first couple of times, it's just like, oh, but I was like, wait a second, that shit works. I got to take it to the fucking dispensary with me next time. I'll give you $250 for that ounce.
Yeah,
you know, there's like a legal store right around the corner if you're selling it with no tax.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you got to have her negotiate for your next volcano is what you got to do, Tim. I'm telling you, buddy.
Oh, the hybrid? Come on, Stores and Pickle. Come on, give me some love.
Yeah, you're gonna get the fucking.
I'll put that fucking mood marijuana in it. That's legal. Smoking it with your cop, calling up your cop friend, asking if it's okay to smoke.
Calling up Vols, all these fucking balls deep in an illithid.
He's gonna fuck that owl bear.
Oh yeah, dude! Did you get to that? The scene with the owl bear?
I got to the owl bear, and I'm like, oh man, you know what? I don't care. Look, I built up enough goodwill. I got to kill that little fucking cub because that's just gonna come back and haunt me, right? If I don't kill it.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
I mean, I would, right? I'd come back for fucking vengeance, for damn sure. So she follows Carl into the bathroom, and this is where we meet this creepy fat dude.
Man, glory hole dude. Glory hole.
Okay.
Do you think he poked that fucking hole through himself, right?
I was going to ask, Tim, how many swap meets
men's
do you think
bathroom,
there are
that
have glory holes in the bathroom?
Again, this is what I love, because this is only something that John Waters would put in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to see, unless you watch a fucking Cruising with Al Pacino, you're not going to see a fucking glory hole in a men's bathroom in any other fucking comedy with Kathleen Turner and Sam Waterston in it.
Yeah, I mean, they had that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which, of course, you famously love that show, too.
No, I think I've only seen, like, maybe altogether, like, maybe 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, It's like South Park for me. There's just something about it that is just so off-putting right away from watching it that I just cannot stand to give it a chance.
I guess, like, a lot of the conversations and the energy is very frantic, and that can be kind of overwhelming and obnoxious.
I just don't like any... the chick is kind of okay from just a little bit that I've seen her. She's not off-putting as much, but all the other guys on that show, there's just something about them. And that one
Probably
guy
because...
who's made it big, he's been in other shit. Well, not big, but he's been in other stuff. I think the guy, he's been in Modern Family a couple of times, all that else. He kind of like...
I've never seen that show.
Just that in South Park. No desire to watch it.
Okay. So yeah, but you're right, though. This is the total, like, a John Waters movie. You would not see this. This isn't going to be... I mean, maybe the trucker bathroom rape scene from Dumb and Dumber.
No, you're not going to have a glory hole in it. You're just not going to have a fucking glory hole in that goddamn thing in a man's bathroom stall. You're just not going to see it. And just the other thing, too, because I thought at first when I was watching, it's like, oh, wait, is this the one that gave us that? And I was like, oh, no. Pecker is the one who told everybody in the Midwest about teabagging. Again, another John Waters thing that you just don't get in any other fucking movie. You're never going to hear that shit. How did I find out about teabagging?
There you go. Wasn't playing Halo, I'll tell you that. A little bit before.
But yeah, after that, I was, that's what they've been doing to me, motherfucker.
Yeah. So she comes in with the poker, stabs it into fucking Carl's back, and then pulls out his liver.
Well, kind of like Hats Off to Blood Feast, right? With the sheep's tongue and the heart and everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like pig liver, beef liver, or something on the end of it. But she's all like, ew, and then kind of scrapes it off the poker, walks out with it. So fucking great, dude. Then there's this big commotion going on, obviously, because somebody discovers the dead body. And
oh, my God. The fucking greatest... What are you talking about? The greatest fucking discovery of a dead body with that guy screaming because of the fucking shish kebab in his fucking hand. He just like fucking like screams.
He's fucking freaking out. So Misty's like, oh, I wonder what's going on. I'm going to go check it out. And the mom's like, yeah, go for it, sweetie. No big deal. Walks over there. Fucking then the neighbor notices blood on her shoe.
You got some doo-doo on your shoe. Yeah.
Got some doo-doo. Fucking blood does not look like doo-doo at all. But whatever.
And then again, God bless John Waters. For real. This might be one of his greatest fucking movies. They're selling the Pee Wee Herman doll, right?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, the Pee Wee doll.
And it's $100. How much? Like $58?
$150 something.
And this dude goes, is New York money good enough for you? Which is such, oh my God, that is like, just that whole fucking phrase, is New York money good enough for you? What the fuck does that mean? And I've heard that expression before because I'm old enough to know that was something like used in like the 40s and the 50s when people would say that. But what the fuck does that mean in 1994? Is New York money good enough for you?
Yeah.
No.
It's such an anachronistic. But she's all like, sure, yeah, whatever.
She sold it for double the price because she got fucking Cabbage Patch Doll money for fucking Pee Wee Herman.
I know, dude.
Is that before or after the movie theater?
That would have been after, because remember when she's taking it into the car to go sell it, her Carl boyfriend guy's like, that guy's such a freak or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, he could just be saying that because he's not cool. 94, Pee Wee Herman, yanking
I'm looking it up right now. 91 was when it happened. So,
okay,
yeah, this was a little while after that.
Okay,
so. Yeah. So yeah, sells the Pee Wee Herman doll. She goes over, fucking sees her dead, not boyfriend, but whatever guy. Freaks out about that, obviously. And the neighbor reaches down to grab her poker, notices there's blood on the poker.
Serial mom's getting sloppy.
Shit. She is. Yeah, she never really was good at covering her tracks, though. I mean,
yeah,
the car wash, I guess, but that was like the only thing she really did.
Yeah, because there's just a little bit of blood on the windshield. So you didn't crack the windshield or anything like that. So yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, still, come on.
Yeah, no, I'm getting sloppy though. You're right, Tim. You're right. So we go back home, and this is when Dad finds her naughty box under the bed, filled with serial killer memorabilia, as we alluded to, the autographed picture of Richard Speck.
It's nice to know that women hide stuff underneath their mattress, too.
Richard Speck looking like the bodybuilder, the big crazy, fucking so funny.
You mean more like Richard Spectacle?
No kidding. Man. It's a little more than a speck, let me tell you. And then, yeah,
I
the
get in
Ted
his
Bundy
car.
audio
Fuck that
tape.
shit. Yeah.
And then the Ted Bundy audio tape, obviously. So Misty goes to the video store to tell Chip and everybody about, Carl being dead. They all think it's fucking hilarious. They're like, good, didn't you say you wanted him dead? She's like, no, I didn't fucking mean
Yeah,
I
my
wanted
uncle's
him
coming
dead.
over. Can you kill him so he, stops touching me? Oh, wait, that's not that movie. So.
Nah, that's a dark turn for Serial Mom. A movie that's already
Different kind of
fairly
female
dark.
troubles, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing is when you say dark comedy, you get there's a ton of them, but I think Waters really, really nails the comedy elements of it a lot better than a lot of other dark comedies do. In that, I mean, even to the point of he's got that kind of, I guess it's an older sensibility about comedy that reminds me of Airplane, where if there's room for a joke. You know what I mean? Everything, there could be a punchline. There could be a little funny bit or something.
We completely skipped over the fucking Don fucking Knotts poster that was the portrait that was sold at the goddamn thing. What a fucking great line.
God.
Fucking Don Knotts.
Yeah.
That guy reminds me of Bobby for some reason. I don't know why.
Don Knotts does?
No, the guy who bought the Don Knotts portrait.
Oh, the guy. I was gonna say
I got his
I've met
portrait.
Bobby.
Now I got now I can put when I listen to Don Knotts sings on vinyl, I can look at the portrait.
You can go hang it up and watch The Incredible Mr. Limpet or The Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
What was the one that he was the fucking fish in?
That was The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Oh, I got my movies mixed up. Okay, yeah, that is a trippy ass fucking acid movie.
Yeah, those movies were a trip back in the day, man. Let me tell you. Oh, I meant to ask you, Tim, what do you think about Steamboat Willie being public domain?
There's already a movie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's completely different than Mickey Mouse that we know now, right? So the current Mickey Mouse covered by copyright, how many more years?
But they in the movie, though, they call him Mickey Mouse, right? Isn't the title of that movie Mickey?
Is it? No, I thought it was Steamboat. Does it say Steamboat Willie starring Mickey Mouse? Because then how do you get to use the Mickey Mouse name? Because I always thought it was
Tim.
Steamboat Willie. I didn't know they actually named him Mickey Mouse at that point.
No, I'm saying the movie coming out is called Mickey's Mousetrap.
Okay, so they got around it with that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not called Willie's Mousetrap.
I'm sure it'll be just as good as that Grinch movie was.
Might be up there with the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Might be up there about that good.
Oh, that's the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
this thing's going to the public
somebody cash in
domain.
on it, right?
Might as well. Yeah. We got to come up with some merch, Tim. We got to come up with some Mickey Mouse merch.
Steamboat Willie, and he's got the bloody bits listening in the background. Right?
Yeah. Could be something is an old Victrola.
This show makes me fucking goofy, something like that.
Oh, Goofy's not in the public domain, Tim.
Spell it just one F.
Yeah.
2 E's.
Yeah, there you go. Or Gufy, Goofy, or something. I don't know. Alrighty. So now all the neighbors are, sauce on everything. They're telling the cops, and they mention at the dinner table that Scotty thinks that she's the killer. And she's like, well, for a guy who doesn't wear a seatbelt, he's awful nosy, isn't he? Because the running gag of him not wearing a seatbelt.
That's what she's trying to throw the cops off a trail.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's not wearing a seatbelt.
Cops are like, yeah, there's like 3 dead bodies, and the witness said it was your car. Yeah, car. Speaking of that, Scotty doesn't wear a seatbelt.
You know, he's whacking off in that fucking convertible, too.
Yeah, that's illegal, right? So fucking immediately she stands up from the dinner table. She's like, I gotta go somewhere real quick. And they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, the scene of them all just sitting there like, huh? And then they hear the garage door open. They hear the fucking car tear-assing out down the fucking thing. Like, wait,
That's
what?
so
And then
good.
Ricky Lake gets on. She's gone!
Yeah, sees the sign that just says, went to the store, mom. Like, oh, shit, she's gone. She's going to go kill him, you know? So...
Poor
This is where we
Scotty
get our-
picked the wrong time tonight, right?
Yeah, because this is where we get the high-speed police chase, right? So, because there's just like 90 cop cars waiting outside of their house through the entire movie. Just
Well,
waiting
no,
for
at this
her
time
to
it's just the
move.
one cop car. That's how she loses them. I think it's when they go to
Oh, that's
church.
right.
That's when all the cop cars. Then you got the
Yeah,
fucking
that's right.
procession of cops.
Right, that's right. At this point, yeah, it's just the were they FBI?
No, the FBI.
I thought at the beginning they said FBI. I could have been wrong. Yeah. So they go to follow her ass. The family pops out. They're like, okay, we're gonna have to follow her too because we want to see what she's up to. So they hop out. They follow her, and along the way, turns out a little bit of a misdirect because she doesn't go to Scotty's place. She goes to the neighbor. Was this Rosemary?
No, she
the
goes
other
to
neighbor?
the guy who has the toothache. That
yeah.
What's wrong with your husband? Is he down in the mouth? Those
That
kind of
fucking
jokes.
guy.
The wife just thinks it's
Yeah.
funny and funny. And here's a great scene because the wife is ready to fuck before the kids get home too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. So because they're sitting there like eating Cornish game hens, so that triggers her immediately.
This is there a more disgusting food that somebody could eat than chicken with a close up on the mouths eating it?
Yeah, that's a rough one.
There's
It
nothing
really
else.
is,
I can't think of anything else that I think would be more disgusting than watching somebody eating some kind of bird.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen those. I remember on an Idiot Abroad when they were watching the chick in China picking apart the little scorpions on a stick and eating them. That was pretty gross.
Yeah, I mean, in Old Boy when the octopus goes up his nose, right? But
Yep.
no, still chicken. The way that they're just pulling the skin off the chicken, fucking putting a whole fucking drumstick in your mouth and just sucking the fucking meat off and just look. Yeah, no.
You can't eat chicken on the bone, can you?
Oh yeah, I can, but it's just something I wouldn't want a video of me doing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely barbaric for sure. No, that's like the what are the eggs? The eggs that have the chicken in them that they kill and they eat the egg with the chicken. Blout. That's what. Yeah, maybe that's worse.
Jesus Christ.
That shit's pretty gross too.
Who came up with that idea?
I mean, it wasn't me. I know that. What would you rather eat? Would you rather eat that or that weird sandwich with the strawberry jam in the middle?
Hopefully the fake crab is salty, so it's a kind of good mix. And then I got the doughiness of the bread to kind of like wash it out a little bit.
Yeah, I think at least with that you can pretend it's something else. When you're eating that weird chicken fetus and the egg that's all rotten,
those little
and
chicken
shit,
eyes are looking at you.
little
At least
tiny
one
little
of the
pin
eyes.
feathers.
Yeah, I can't.
Like
If
picking
I
little
fucking
pin
crack an
feathers out
egg
of
and I
your
see
teeth.
that fucking black shit in it, that little fucking eye, I gotta throw the whole goddamn thing out.
Throw out the whole carton.
No,
Gone.
next egg.
Gotta move.
I'm sure all 12
move to a
eggs
new
aren't from the
house.
same chicken, so.
That's a good point, Tim. So they're all hanging out eating Cornish game hens while Scotty's at home enjoying a different kind of breast.
Chesty Morgan.
Tim.
Again, another thing that the people who watch in
Classic.
this movie, if it wasn't for John Waters, what are we at? Chesty Morgan,
Yeah,
Blood
Chesty
Freak,
Morgan, Blood
Henry
Freak.
over Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and at least one other thing. How the fuck did he sneaking this shit into these goddamn people's movies?
Yeah. Well, he's got to expose it to the general public, Tim. Although probably a fair number of people who rented this are familiar with Chastity Morgan, I would say.
Yes, but I'm also thinking the people who are watching this movie because it's Serial Mom. It's a major fucking studio release, okay? Kathleen fucking Turner. I loved her in
Romancing the Stone
and Return of the Jewels, whatever the fuck the sequel was, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the movie that I'm watching because Kathleen Turner's in it.
I'll bet, because we had a copy of this movie at my house that my parents recorded off of HBO or whatever at the time.
What was the part where like the film always like went grainy because they kept rewinding over and over and over again?
Probably the Chastity Morgan. But I'll bet you anything that it's that my parents had seen Romancing the Stone and they're like, oh, Kathleen Turner is going to be in it. That's good.
The majority of people who saw this movie had no idea any of these things are going right over the head. Blood Freak, that looks like a fake movie poster.
Yeah, it does. That's true. So Scott's in there enjoying, just whacking off.
Oh, remember those days, Eddie? Remember those days?
With so much fervor, so much energy, so much vim and vigor.
Yeah, just like now it's like a utility thing where, all right, I got 10 minutes. Let's get this shit done.
Yeah, you haven't been excited about a beat off in a long time, Tim?
It's been a while since like that. We got Kathleen Turner humping her husband with the fucking ass coming off the sheet like by 3 feet. Last week with the fucking samurai movie with the fucking like ripping herself in half by those sheets, right?
Yeah.
This guy, he's getting his hips off the bed, so yeah. If I do that now, I might take a chance of breaking my hip, so.
It's a good point. Yeah,
did you bust a nut? No, I busted a hip.
Yeah, call a doctor. No, I busted. I think I might have actually ruptured one of my testicles now that you mention it. So.
That needs to be a t-shirt. Did you bust a nut? No, I busted a hip.
Yeah. I'm sure they sell that at the Franklin Mint, Tim.
1776.
Seems like the demographic they're going for.
Yo, I busted like I haven't busted since 1776.
From my cold, dead hands, Tim. Yeah. So then the family and the cops all bust in on poor Scotty whacking it.
This is like up there with Something About Mary, where he gets his fucking ball sucking the goddamn zipper with everybody coming in the
Franks
window.
And beans, yeah. And while that's going on, Mom sneaks into the fucking closet with her scissors, right? Hides in there and waiting. And as you said, the dentist guy, whatever that fucker's name is, that's gonna get killed here. His wife goes upstairs because they're gonna fuck before the kids get home. You know, they had a good day. Why not? Jeopardy's on. Or Wheel of Fortune was on.
Fucking a Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
She can look at Pat Sajak. He can look at Vanna White. It's a win-win.
It's true. It's a good point, Tim. But she opens up the closet, and one of the little shoe boxes moves. She's like, I think we got mice.
What is this?
I don't know. Because she yells, I think we've got mice. And the husband's like, no, I just called the exterminator. And he's down there eating an entire cake, which she told him not to because he had a cavity.
Yeah, but that dentist, he doesn't know shit, so.
Yeah, fuck that guy, that idiot.
Had a root canal, eat devil's food cake right after, yeah.
So she moves some clothing, and there's Kathleen Turner with the box pose, holding the scissors. Fucking just stabs this bitch with these scissors, and then a mouse does charge out and start biting her foot, or a rat. Yeah.
This part for real. Every time I see this, this is the part I do not get because she opens the closet up and you see a bunch of shoe boxes and some shoes, right?
Yeah.
And the shoebox starts to move all by itself. And then that's when she says to the husband, blah, blah, blah. And the next scene is Kathleen Turner's there. She stabs her. And then the next thing is there's a real fucking rat chewing on a fucking ankle.
Well, that's the joke, Tim. The joke is that she mistook Kathleen Turner for a mouse, and that's how they explained it, right? But not only was it not a mouse and it was Kathleen Turner, but there actually was a mouse, too. So again, wherever you can insert a joke, Tim.
All right, well, I'll say this. I love this movie. For me, if this is a joke, this one doesn't work. It made me think too hard about it for it to be a funny joke.
Yeah.
Fucking Don Knotts. He's so fucking cool. That made me fucking laugh. All the others. This one, why the fuck is the box moving all by itself? Wait, that turns out it's a real fucking rat, not her foot moving it or something?
No, it's not a reference to the guy from the Apple Dumpling Gang, so you're not.
Yeah. Well, the Daring Dobermans, yeah.
So then, husband comes upstairs to see what's going on, sees what happened, goes to run away. She just knocks the fucking window shaker AC box off the second story down on top of his ass, kills his ass. Fucking toast. Well, next morning, Tim, they put on their Sunday best, load up into the car, and they head off to go to church like any good God-fearing family would. And this is when we get the funeral procession. Can't be a serial killer.
I'm going to church. Yeah.
That's a good point. This is when we get the funeral procession of 9 cop cars following them all throughout fucking Baltimore.
Yeah.
At least. It's ridiculous, man. So they head to church, right? And on the drive to church, the news is announcing, like, hey, yeah, the couple more people got killed here, and they're suspicious here about the whole thing. The cops have an idea who it is, by the way, and it's Serial Mom. She did it. So family looks at her like, what the fuck? Wait a minute.
Fake news.
Fake news, exactly. This isn't Fox. We need to change the news channel on the radio.
Fucking listen.
But then
NPR.
Matthew Lillard kind of feeling it, though. He's like, is it really you, Mom? That's pretty cool, maybe. That guy was a dick. So, go to church where the sermon this week is about capital punishment.
Oh, my God.
And
again, so ahead of its time, because I could see this being said in some churches today, right?
Yeah.
That capital punishment, and Jesus Christ had his chance.
Yeah, he did. He had his day in court, right?
I mean, if there was ever a time for Jesus to speak out about capital punishment, when he was on the cross, that was it, right? So
that would have been the time. He didn't say shit, so apparently he's in favor of capital punishment. I mean, I would say anybody who even has a passing understanding of the Bible probably should understand God is for capital punishment.
Yeah, I would pretty much say so, yeah. It's
90% of your transgressions against anybody, they're like, oh yeah, we should probably drag you out to the outside of town and stone you to death.
Just call some fucking guy bald and see what happens to your ass, right?
Yeah, they'll fucking kill his ass for sure.
Have some angels hang out at your house and see what happens to your daughters.
Yeah. And, hey, rape the daughter. Hey, take my daughter,
they were capital
please.
punishment the fucking angels.
So did that make that wasn't Lot. Lot's the one whose wife turned to salt when she turned around.
Yeah. But wasn't Lot fucking his daughters?
I don't know. They were all fucking their daughters.
Wait, who's the one that the seed couldn't fall to the ground, so incest happened?
I don't know.
Onan? Not Conan.
Noah fucked his daughters. I know that. Because remember, he loaded his family up on the ark, and then every human died. And then they repopulated. So he was just coming in his daughters.
again, hold on, Eddie. That's right. That's a great connection. How many times has incest started the whole human race? Okay, because we have Adam and Eve, and they had 2 sons.
Cain and Abel.
Okay, and then all of a sudden, other people just started popping up from somewhere. Yeah. And now, yes, we have Noah and his family. Whole world's population knocked out, except for dinosaurs, maybe.
Yeah, and they repopulated. They figured that out.
I think there's to be fair, one of the daughters got stuck in a feed chute or something like that.
Oh, God. Oh, Step Noah, what are you doing? No. It's, but then again, Tim, you got to remember, people lived to like 700 back then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, by that time, Jesus Christ, I can only take so much teasing.
So you could churn out a lot of kids in one lifetime, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, makes sense. So they all stand up to say a prayer and confess all of their sins. In the middle of the prayer, Kathleen Turner just sneezes on a baby's fucking face.
I don't know if it's a sneeze more than a hawk. It's like...
Yeah, she's got like a horse a loogie.
Yeah.
Right in this baby. And it's a good distraction. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Everybody just loses their shit right away.
Spitting in a baby's face? Would you have thought of that one, Tim?
I mean, there's been some babies where I've seen them where I'm like...
You just had the inclination.
Well, I mean,
you didn't need to escape.
Don't take him to a movie theater. If you take a kid to a movie theater, I can spit in his face, so...
That's fair. I was just saying, like, let's say you're on the subway, you got to get out of that car real quick, but there's a crowd, you want to make, some room. Hock a loogie in a baby's face, maybe?
Nah, because in New York City subway, the less chaos there is, the easier it is to get out of the car.
That's a good point. Yeah, you probably want to calm down the situation to move anywhere. That's a good point. But no, this causes turmoil, and they use it as a smokescreen to get the fuck out of there. So Matthew Lillard and his girlfriend, they sneak mom out into Scott's car. Like, we're going to need to go get you an agent. You're so cool. And drive her ass off. And meanwhile, Ricky Lake's character, she's flirting with the FBI guy in the back. She's trying to get her fuck on. So they sneak her to the video store. They're like, all right, you hide back here behind the, where the little storage is, the little kind of fake wall door / shelf system that they've got built up. And this lady comes in to return her movie and rent a copy of Annie. So Matthew Lillard's character is like, all right, well, that's going to be shit. Oh, you didn't rewind, did you? It's going to be $2.99 for the rental and then $1 because you didn't rewind it. This lady throws a bitch fit about not rewind. I don't have time to rewind these movies. I don't want to fucking rewind the movies. That's your job. You rewind them. Hands him like a $5 and is like, here, keep the change, you piece of shit. And then just fucking leaves. So, of course, Kathleen Turner sneaks out to go fucking kill her ass. So now this chick goes home, and I want her movie. I want to see a day in the life of the chick that just goes out in the morning, rents Annie.
Over and over again. Over and over. Bitch, I have written down at this point, it'd be cheaper for you to buy the tape for $149 with how many times you rented this goddamn movie just so your fucking dog could do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen Annie 190 times. Dude, she's okay. We've established
Well,
it,
what was the
right?
first videotape you bought? If you ever bought a movie like you've watched so many times, like, you know what? I should just fucking buy it for $80, $90, whatever it is.
Ooh, that's a good question. It was probably some concert video.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember which one it would have been, though.
Korn?
Either that or... No, it was not Korn. I can guarantee you it was not fucking Korn. It was either a concert video of some sort or I remember buying a copy of the Blair Witch Project on VHS, but that was also like $20.
Well, no, I mean, like,
80.
at a point where, like, when you were renting movies, not buying, where you're like, I've rented this movie so many fucking times, I should just fucking buy it. At this point, I've already bought the goddamn video, but I don't own it, so.
See, I didn't really get around to buying like that until DVDs were more of a thing.
Okay, so
honestly.
by that time, your window closed. I think for me, I know it was Pink Floyd The Wall. At a certain point, I was just like, instead of me renting this 2 times a fucking week, I should just fucking buy it.
I could totally see.
And then you know what? I didn't watch that movie for like 2 years because I owned it, and it was like, I can watch it tomorrow.
No, I don't want it.
I can watch it tomorrow. I can watch it tomorrow, and that was it.
Yeah. And you never got around to watching
it, Tim? No, then I bought it like 18 more times in different media. So, still haven't watched it for a while. If I watch it on the Blood Bank.
There you go. So, she goes over there and snags this big-ass fucking butcher knife. And by the way, this lady, this is degenerate. We got to have a conversation about the lamb shank that this bitch just has out in the middle of the fucking, just this giant roast in the middle of her kitchen. This is the morning, and she's carving into it to make a sandwich. What the fuck is her life? You can leave that
shit out overnight, right?
No. You can't leave a roast out overnight
what if it's winter?
And then just chop into it. How cold is it in your kitchen, Tim? Is it below, let's say, 40 degrees in your kitchen?
No, I just say that because that's often an argument my wife and I will have where she's like, it's okay to leave food out a little bit longer because it's winter time. And I'm like, what? No, it's in the refrigerator. It's winter time, so it's okay. It's a 2 weeks past its go by date. Yeah.
My buddy Brandon, one of my better friends from fucking Florida, which that's a rare thing to meet a decent person in Florida. He had this whole theory about if you smoked your food that you were cooking, so like if you made ribs or something like that, then it was totally fine to leave it out overnight and just go pick at it the next day and eat it, because that's how people used to preserve food, was by smoking it.
Why not just put in like a fucking ton of salt and then take your fucking fish out of the salt and then eat it right there that night?
I never had the heart to tell the guy, like, look, that's not real, right, Frank? Like, you're going to die is what's going to happen.
Just have it sound like the refrigerator doesn't know whether it's winter or fucking summer. It's the same fucking temperature no matter what.
Only difference is it might have to work a little harder. That's about it.
But then I think, hey, how many stupid shit did I do that she has to put up with and just go, I'm married.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. You got to kind of
compromise.
Give people a pass. Right. You choose your battles wisely. Right? Is that the hill you want to die on? Really?
Nope.
No. I'm lucky though. My wife's move is she just argues with people on Twitter all day.
That's good. Then by the time you come home, she's already got all vented and she's beaten down by all the trolls. Yeah.
No. She is unrelenting. She won't stop until they do.
Yeah, but I've seen her on Twitter. She tries to argue with logic. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. She tries to point out, hey, you're being hypocritical with this and that, but doesn't work.
Yeah. I tried telling her this, but the thing is she likes that approach. That's her favorite approach. I told her you got to make them feel like they're sitting in a Denny's at like 6 p.m. and they just shit their pants. That
6
kind
o'clock?
of shame.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that kind of shame and humiliation that you would have. If you can make somebody feel that way, that'll help them to change their mind about their political stance or whatever. That's the only thing I think
shame
works.
Is an underrated emotion, so
it really is.
More shame in this country, yes. We do.
It's a good way to learn lessons for damn sure. Like the chick that painted pants on and went to the gym as a social experiment. Did you see that, Tim?
No, but why isn't that in the chat right now?
This chick, butt ass naked, Tim. No panties, no nothing. Just painted her legs and went to the gym to go work out as a social experiment. And people are like, get the fuck out of here. You're disgusting, right? So she goes and she posts it, and she's like, I don't understand what everybody's so uptight about. And she totally thought the internet was going to support her. And everybody's like, get your filthy pussy off of the weight bench. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't see no
paint on a pussy.
You don't want to see paint on a pussy?
Paint on a pussy? Come on. That's get lead poisoning, maybe.
I don't think they're using lead paint. That'd be pretty fun. That's what you call crazy pussy, Tim.
So she just did, because I know Demi Moore did that, where she posed for the Vanity Fair, where she just had like the top part of her all painted. But yeah, for the bottom, I mean, there's I've seen some videos of chicks walking around with the skin-colored fucking tight pants on, where it looks like they're fucking naked to begin with. But yeah, I mean, hey.
Yeah, this bitch called it a social experiment.
Yeah, it's just a way to get views because when we get off the show, I'm going to watch that video and see what happens.
Right.
So.
See, that's the problem is then, people are like, oh, I have to watch that
can
to
you
get
really
angry.
tell whether or not that's like just skin tight or if it's actual paint?
And it works for men and women, too, because Tim, you want to see it because you're like, I got to see her pussy.
Mm-hmm.
But for women, it's like, this bitch, I got to see this. I want to see her get hers.
Hey, win-win. Okay.
Yeah. So you get a little bit of a rage boner, Tim. You're pissed and you're horny.
I've gotten sympathy lays. I'll take pissed off lays also, yes.
Oh, yeah. A good spite fuck, Tim.
Those are the best. Oh, those are the best, let me tell you.
Let me tell you, man, when I was a younger man, I didn't understand why makeup sex was so good. Now I get it.
Mm-hmm. Now you
For the listeners,
now you're making fucking dummy accounts on Twitter just to get your wife all riled up. You know exactly what to say to her too. So.
She's fucking me like Kathleen Turner and Serial Mom.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
tell
right.
Me about
you fucking woke bitch. I guess you won't give your husband a blowjob when he comes home tonight.
Oh man. So she has the knife. By the way, this bitch's dog is licking her fucking feet while she eats a sandwich.
This is maybe one of the most disgusting things. Again, here's where the John Waters thing comes in, right? This is where you got fucking Divine eating the dog shit. You got the fucking crazy mother locked up in a fucking baby's cage and shit like that. All the other stuff.
Yep.
This is maybe top 10 most disgusting fucking things I've ever seen on film. This is really, really
pretty
fucking
rough.
Bad. I can't believe
Pretty
Ashes didn't
rough.
pick this fucking movie just for this one goddamn scene.
I don't know if she's seen it. You know what? I'll message it to her.
Nah, it's way too mainstream for Ashes. No way. She's not going from bad boy Bubby to serial mom.
To this? Fair, yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust, serial mom.
This is one she could bring home to the family, though.
True,
like around Christmas.
All those movies that mom watches, like, there's no way you can watch. Here's one we can watch together.
Yeah, exactly. So she comes up with the knife, and then she looks at the knife. She's like, I don't want to use this knife. Goes back in, gets the roast. And then
call back. This is an Alfred Hitchcock Presents theme. There was a show, and I might be completely wrong, but I'm just betting that John Waters probably was watching Alfred Hitchcock Presents when it was on TV. There is a scene where a suburban housewife, who's kind of like projecting, perfect wife, perfect family, she kills her husband, and she kills him by hitting him in the head with the back of a leg of lamb. And while the police is showing up, they keep suspecting that something's wrong with her, and they're looking for the murder weapon. They don't know what it is, and they finally show up, and she's like, blah, 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 let's all have dinner. And she feeds them the leg of lamb. So the cops are eating the evidence as to what it is that she... And I kind of like, when I saw this, I was like, I kind of make that connection.
And the title of that episode was The Roast Man Always Knocks Twice.
For a second you had me there, and then I was like, wait a second. Both those movies, the original movie and the Hitchcock thing, probably came out at the same time. I don't know if they could get away with it, but
I don't think Hitchcock was big for parody titles for his stuff. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I know. I was expecting more women in the movie The Birds.
Yeah.
The English guy. Yeah, come on.
That's a good point. Yeah. Oh, man. So, then beats her to death with this fucking roast leg. Then she yells, rewind, and hits the fucking rewind button on the VCR. So Scott, he sees this. Chip and his girlfriend, they're trying to see by him hoisting the girlfriend up into the window, but she keeps slipping. So she doesn't actually watch the murder happen. But she does see the aftermath. She's laying there dead in the blood. And it's like, oh shit, your mom fucking killed her. Cool. So mom sees Scott, right? Chases his ass down. And she's going after him next because now she's in the frenzy. She's in the great white shark fucking killing frenzy.
And well, she knows he definitely saw her do it. Yeah, so he's a definite threat.
Yeah. Plus, we got to get rid of Scott. He could make her, you know. He saw her.
There should have been a scene where Scott was whacking off with gum.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to go to
Instead
whack
of Hubba Bubba?
So he's going to go to whack it, right? So he takes the gum out of his mouth and he like sticks it behind his ear. And he just starts fucking beating his dick.
See, here's how my mind is working. How can you work the gum into the jerking off?
Well, he has to take the gum out because it is the old sailor. And then, you know, gives it the old spit shine.
Yeah, you don't want that fucking chunky gum that you haven't chewed all the way through. Like a blow pop, you don't want to use that.
Blow jobs, not blow pops.
I mean, well, there is a category for that on Pornhub where you blow pops. Yeah.
The blow pop, blow job. Yeah. Blow pops too. Yeah. Just people blowing their dad.
How is that not a fucking series? Come on, we got to fucking blow pops.
Is this the 70s coming back? The incest porn? Is that what this is?
I mean, everything has its everything old is new again, right? It goes back from the Bible.
Because when did Taboo and Taboo 2 come out?
That's probably early 70s.
And that was all about incest.
Yeah, I definitely Taboo 1, Taboo 2, because I know they went into like a fucking like this, like 20 fucking different taboos. Because it's just a brand name now. It's like Emmanuel or Django, right?
Oh, you know what? Taboo 1 came out in 1980, actually.
Wow. Holy shit.
I did not know that. 1980. Holy shit. Yeah.
K. Parker, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Trying to think of something what stands for R.I.P. that's not rest in peace. Robin Penis?
Really good in porn.
No. Got a G in there, yeah.
Resplendent in porn. There you go.
Classic movie, though. You know, hats off when porn movies actually had stories.
And great music, too. Remember the theme song to Taboo 2?
No. What, do you have that on your phone? iTunes.
No,
Eddie's going to his iTunes account right now. He's looking at his 2003 rewind list with his most popular songs from Spotify.
Yeah. It's on my Spotify rap. Taboo 2. All right, hold on here, Tim. I think
Bobby, do you have the soundtrack
Taboo
for Taboo
2.
1 and 2?
All right, here we go here. And share.
Oh, boy. Wow, you showed the... All right, hold on, it's YouTube, so...
Oh, look at that. It's pretty good music, Tim. Holy shit.
This is Taboo 1? How far is this going to go?
This is Taboo 2.
Oh.
Tim, look at this. Vinegar Syndrome did a Blu-ray re-release of Taboo.
Holy, oh my God.
Tim, we got to get this, buddy. We should just do the rest of the podcast with this music going on in the background.
I mean, it's going to get it taken off of YouTube, but I mean, it's already on YouTube, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's already on YouTube, Tim.
Can you fast forward like 10 minutes? Let's get to the good shit. What the fuck? I want to get to the baseline.
This is the baseline.
Well, oh my God, what is this? All the fucking PG parts of Taboo 2?
Well, it's on YouTube, Tim. What do you expect? All right, that's enough.
We need dark
of that.
YouTube.
I think that's just porn, Tim. I think we just need to go to X videos or something. You should open up, what's next to X on the keyboard? Z. You should open up Z videos, Tim.
That's got to be a thing,
as a
right?
website. I'm sure somebody's already done that.
Like
shit,
if somebody puts like hamster in, it's got to be a website.
Yeah. It's got to be something like that.
Bornhub.
Bornhub. That's for born again Christians. Pornhub. Oh man, if that's not a thing, Tim, we got to do it.
You have so many good ideas. Yes.
Yeah. So mom steals the rape van and starts tailing Scott. The family sees this. They start chasing him. The cops are behind him. So we got the wacky racers. right? We just need Snidely Whiplash and Muttley, pulling around. I still love that my wife used to laugh like, or still does on occasion, like Muttley.
I see you've been married that long, which doesn't laugh like Muttley anymore. You got to do something, man. You got to bring the romance. You got to make her laugh like Muttley.
Yeah, that's, you know what? I should cross-stitch that. Make her laugh like Muttley and fuck like Kathleen Turner and Serial Mom. That could be our t-shirt, and then it's just got Mickey Mouse for no reason whatsoever.
How long before Muttley's in general, everybody can use him?
What's that?
How long before we can use Muttley without getting copyright infringement?
Oh, that's a good... Wacky Racers were the 70s, though.
Hanna-Barbera, right? They got that shit locked down.
Yeah. You're not that. They'll send fucking...
When are they going to do a live-action Wacky Races?
Well, they going to do a live-action Captain Caveman.
I think they already did.
Did they? No. They couldn't have done a live-action Captain Caveman, Tim.
Gotcha.
I don't think... I think it would be like you get in trouble if you run around saying Unga Bunga. I think you could get in trouble.
Oh, because that fucking Italian cocksucking PM who was having the Bunga Bunga parties.
Bunga Bunga party.
Which actually was a couple of lines on the Law and Order SVU where somebody said they're having Bunga Bunga parties. I'm like, I know what that means.
Let me tell you something. If anybody sends me an invite to a party and it says Bunga Bunga party, I'm not going to your fucking party.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where you don't need the invite. You just know, right?
Okay.
I think Clinton needs to get an email where it says it's going to be a Bunga Bunga party.
On Epstein's plane? No, of course not. No, they just get a napkin with a map that seems pizza related.
Yeah, how about that list? The third list came out, right? And it's like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing except for Stephen Hawking. That's the funniest one.
I mean, I'm not going to be fucked up, but wasn't he like kind of like dead from the neck down?
I think so, but on one hand, at least.
But that make you even more fucking crazy, paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Remember Weinstein lost his dick, so he just got all obsessed with eating pussy, just against their will.
What? What do you mean lost
Harvey
his dick?
Harvey Weinstein had like a pussy dick because of he had to use injections to get hard before Viagra was really like popping off. So it like fucked it. You know how like junkies, their veins collapse
so
and
his
shit?
dick collapsed. Is that what you're saying?
So basically, his dick collapsed. So he just started like rape eating pussy. But Tim, I was going to say at least with having Stephen Hawking and his involvement on Epstein's Island, Tim, at least Epstein made sure those girls ate their vegetables.
Ba-dum-bump, yes.
I did hit the button for the ba-dum-bump, but it's not
That's
working.
why I did it. I knew that has to have a
thank you,
ba-dum-bump. Yeah. It's just what's incredible about it is that at this point, whoever is on the list, it's just going to go straight down party lines pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, I'll say this. If you're on that list, even like it's not the list for the island, it's just like being on his plane more than 2 times, you got some explaining to do. Yeah,
that's one of those things like if you saw my car parked in front of the Asian massage parlor.
One time,
like
maybe the meter was running. I had an extra 20 minutes on the meter, whatever. But 2 times, 3 times,
If somebody took a picture of it, like let's say somebody was being a dickhead and taking pictures of the cars parked in front of the Asian massage parlor and posting it to the neighborhood app.
That's a good that's a good fucking scam, man. Taking pictures of the dudes coming out people? After and like, hey, you want this shit posted on the internet or $50?
Yeah. So, but if my wife saw a picture of our car in front of the Asian massage parlor, first I'd say, look, it's a Kia. They're Asian. I don't know what to tell you. It could be anybody's car. That's the first thing I'd say. Okay. But I'd have to explain some things. That's for goddamn sure. So I think Bill Clinton might need to explain, how many was he on there? 24, 25 times?
At least. And I think there's a picture of him in a dress at a Jeffrey Epstein party.
Oh, no, yeah. Epstein has a painting of him in a dress in
it's
the
a
front
painting?
of his house. Yeah, had a painting.
Okay, because
Like
here's the thing.
old-
On Shitter, I saw a picture. It did not look like a painting. So,
really?
Fake
Hold on
news,
here. Yeah, he has a weird painting of Clinton in a blue dress, or had. Rest
It's
in
a
peace,
blue dress?
of course.
Oh.
Of course it's a blue
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And this, I'll link it to you. And this was in Epstein's home. And this, to me, you hang up this in your house, and it's like, you know why I can do this? Because I own this motherfucker.
Of course. 100%.
I own him. He can't say shit
Dude,
to me because I got dirt
do not get
on
away
him.
with the shit that he got away with without knowing the right fucking people. The people who like have the most to fucking lose by having, hey, guess what? You want to see this fucking painting in my house? You want to see it in fucking Vanity Fair?
Exactly. So Carl ends up at the Caramel Lips concert. I don't. What a fun movie.
And here's how old I am. Is that L7?
No, Tim, it's the Caramel Lips. So
It's the Camel Lips.
Yes,
Camel Lips, because they have camel lips on their fucking in their pants.
Oh, you're right. It was because I looked like
bullshit,
caramel.
Come on, you set that shit up.
I was looking at a
you set
bad
that up.
fucking cop. That's what it is. Okay, yeah. So it's the Camel Lips concert, right? You get it? Camel Lips.
Great
Unlike
gig. You know what?
Camel Toes.
I'd go to see their fucking concert.
Yeah. So, it was like a punk show. So they all show up. And now Serial Mom is like a local celebrity in downtown Baltimore. Because people are like, yeah, let her in. She can cut the line.
Club, yeah.
She's cool. Yeah, it's punk rock to kill people. They go in there. And she gets up to Carl, does the hairspray torch to his ass, lights him on fire. So now he's laying on there like he's trying to protest for a free Tibet, just burning up on stage. And the singer just like takes a swig out of some vodka and then just spits it down on him. Whoosh, she flares up a little
fucking
bit.
Rammstein or something, yeah.
Dude, for real? Now I guess they're the Flamin' Lips.
Oh, nice call out. Look at that.
So the cops come in and they bust her. They're like, yeah, you just killed that man and we're here. So we can arrest you now. Okay?
Well, I mean,
cool.
Didn't the band kill him by throwing the fuel on the fire, basically, right? At that point, he could have rolled it out.
They certainly helped to kill him. They didn't bring him there and light him on fire. They just added fuel to the flames.
I don't know. Overeager prosecutor could make a case.
Well, not this fucking prosecutor. Because they take it to court, and the first thing she does is fire her lawyer. Because the lawyer's like, okay, look, man, this chick is insane.
And
clearly,
isn't the prosecutor's name Timothy
mind.
something? Like,
he's
got a weird ass fucking last name. Where as soon as I heard that name, I was like, of course, it's got my fucking name on it. It's got to have some fucking stupid shit going on.
Yeah, look in here.
Winklevoice or something like that.
Winklevoss?
Close.
Like the twins that founded
Facebook. Don't say that.
Facebook?
Don't say that. We're going to get kicked off Instagram.
Oh, no, that's right. Because Dick Boyle fucking Timothy Nasalrod.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tim with the dick up his
Nasalrod?
nose, yeah.
What the fuck?
He had to speak more nasally with that
doing?
voice like that. He had to sound like fucking Susie Essman.
Right. He needed like a Fran Drescher nasally. Get him like a good Long Island accent up there or something. Yeah, that would have been good, but no. Timothy Nasalrod.
What do you mean the
What
Utes?
fuck? The Utes. So, fucking, she fires the guy, right? And then now you're right, this is her My Cousin Vinny moment, because she just goes through every witness and throws reasonable doubt onto every one of
Or
them.
she gets
Wow,
extremely
her daughter-
lucky, especially with the fucking pothead chick, right?
Yeah, well, the pothead chick is great.
Blue, man.
She's just
Blue.
like,
What do you want? Blue.
this is fucking blue.
Blue. I don't know, man. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, she's having the best time, so that's cool. Her daughter is outside selling merch, which is fucking great. I didn't know you could legally sell merch in front of a courthouse for a trial.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Because it's a John Hinckley law, right? Where somebody can't make money. Was it John Hinckley?
Can't profit, yeah. Yeah.
You can't make money off of your
believe
crime?
so.
Was it John Hinckley or was it somebody else? Or was it
Well, 'cause
Berkowitz?
that's what...
It was somebody else.
it?
It wasn't John. I think by the time John Hinckley came around, it was already done. Where you cannot make money off a crime that you committed. But it's not her. Serial mom isn't doing it. This is her daughter and her son doing it. So I think that's a workaround.
Yeah, it's the son of Sam
Son
laws.
of Sam?
You're right.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah.
You're right. Okay, yeah. Yes, but that's true. It's the daughter, technically. And
So
maybe
you need
she
you need
donates-
the niece of Sam to be able to make some money?
Yeah. You need the stepdaughter of Sam to make the money.
The dog told him, but
So-
he told me.
Do you think the dog could sell it? Because the dog told him to do it. I don't think the dog could.
Oh man, the fucking Son of Sam story done by the fucking the side of the dog. Woof, 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 woof. A
And then
barking
they
ticket?
make
That's how you caught him?
a barking ticket. No, it was a parking ticket. You're a dog. You don't understand parking. We're going to go to the park? No, we're not going to
I
the
just remember
park.
reading that. I was like, hey, I guarantee you those cops probably did not do the fucking proper search and seizure on that car once they saw the parking ticket and the gun in the back of the car or something.
Tim, one of the cops is fucking the daughter in the back of the courthouse. They're taking all kinds of liberties, man.
Well,
What the fuck? Nobody is professional in this. See, I would think you would be angry about the cops in this because none of them are professional.
no, still doing a better job than Super Troopers. Sorry.
Fair. They do eventually
Don't
arrest
fuck with
him,
high
even though-
people, man. I'm sorry. Don't fuck with high people.
Then the next guy that they have take the stand is the detective, right? And he's all like, "Oh, I found all this serial killer books in their trash."
God.
Then
This
She
is
takes
such a
over the
Law and Order
cross.
SVU episode from like 2004. This is it.
Yeah. And again, John Waters, hats off to you, because again, who else is going to have the gag is that the cop can't be dependent upon his testimony because
What happens
she's
if
all
somebody
like,
goes
if
to
somebody
your
went
garbage?
through-
What are they going to find? Yeah.
nothing, just fishing and Gentleman's Quarterly and things
Daughters of
about
the
leisure.
Revolution, my wife subscribes to. Yes.
Yeah. A lot of Franklin Mint paraphernalia with 1776 on it. He's a bad cop, not that bad of a cop though. But so she looks over
not
at
lieutenant,
the
yeah.
garbage. Yeah, that's more of a bad lieutenant, certainly, especially Port of Call, New Orleans. But so then she looks over at the garbage men and like, gives him a quick little sly wink, and she's like, "That's weird because I got a copy of Chicks with Dicks magazine," and holds up a copy of Chicks with Dicks magazine. Like, then the cop starts freaking out.
Was that a real
Right.
magazine? That had to be a real magazine. Had to
have been
right?
a real magazine.
And
if
John
it's in a
Waters
John
is like,
Waters
hey,
movie-
editor of Chicks with Dicks, look, I don't have to
Yeah.
give you any money for this, right? You just want the exposure. And he's looking for Chicks with Dicks right now, yes?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. If you have the Patreon, you see him typing right now with a big smile on his face.
No, I was going to make a joke about Screw magazine, like they couldn't get chicks with dicks, so they got Screw.
Al
but I was trying to
Ghosting,
remember
come on,
the name.
man. I'm watching his
I was trying to
fucking
remember
public
the name,
access
yeah.
show. When I used to do cat sitting and dog sitting for rich people, the best part was getting
Yeah.
that fucking Robin Bird show and Al Goldstein. Yeah.
Yep. I was trying to remember the name of the guy. Yeah, Al Goldstein.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, so he hung up with the Chicks with Dicks editor because they wouldn't give him a copy. So he's like, I guess I could call Al
Al
Goldstein.
Goldstein, such a fucking Larry Flint wannabe.
Oh yeah,
100% Larry Flint wannabe. Yes. Chef Robbie knows what I'm talking about.
For the listeners who have no fucking clue what Tim and I are talking about. Yeah.
Screw Magazine, look it up. That was like the original. That was the place where you found like all the massage parlors and all like the escort services around you. That was it. That and the Village Voice. And
his whole thing is he tried to get off on a First Amendment thing, right? He was trying to do the Larry Flint of the like freedom of speech, which to a degree, yeah, he's right. I don't know about advertising illegal activities. That's not necessarily.
I mean, is it illegal if you're paying like a woman or a person $100 for their time and whatever happens, right?
No, that's fair. Again, it's the we can't sell beer.
Why
so
is it illegal for me to pay a person to go out to have dinner with me versus a person to go out and have sex with me? What's the difference?
Well, that's the Carlin bit, right? If selling is legal and fucking is legal, then selling fucking should be legal.
Yeah. Me and Carlin, great minds, right?
Yeah, you and Carlin. Up on that. You, Carlin, Al Goldstein on the Mount Bustmore of the Bloody Bits Horror Show.
That's gonna be the worst insult, a Larry Flint wannabe.
I don't even think Larry Flint wanted to be Larry Flint toward the end there.
He had a good first run, but after that, when he couldn't run anymore.
Yeah, he had a good run until he couldn't. It was just him and Stephen Hawking.
See, we need a Larry Flint coming out with like $1 million, whoever's on the Epstein Island list, right?
That's what I was talking about.
Guess who wouldn't be on that fucking list? I guarantee you, Larry Flint wouldn't be on that fucking list.
No, because those people don't need to. Those people blow out a little bit constantly, so they don't have like crazy skeletons in their closet. You know what I mean? The people who don't run away all ashamed of their shit, they wear it like on their sleeve. You rarely have to worry about it. So if somebody is a dominatrix as like their profession,
what are you going to find out about her that person. Or them, right?
Yeah, that person, nothing to worry about. Probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. You know, they provide a service that probably... Yeah. Well, yeah, but then that's why I always said if I was a dominatrix, right, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I'm going to pay you to abuse me" or whatever, I'd get in, I'd read the paper.
I would do that right now. They'd be like, if somebody wants to pay me to dominate them and just like don't have sex with them, but just like tell them what to fucking do.
Yeah, I'd just make them clean my house and I'd read the paper.
Probably not too many dominatrix, right? We got the dominatrix women, after this, right? So that's like...
I think women get abused and fucked over by men in the real world constantly enough that they don't have to pay for it recreationally, Tim.
Why buy the cow when you get the abuse for free? Yes.
Exactly. Us men, the problem, Tim, is that we've just been throwing it out there and giving it away all willy-nilly. I do that shit for
guys. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Just sit there and don't have sex for 3 hours. That's your punishment. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no problem. I'm going to put on Xbox. What should I do? I don't fucking know.
What's a game you hate the most? Red Dead Redemption 2? Okay, guess what?
Hey, don't have fun back there, you son of a bitch. You're still on the clock. I really wanted you to torture me. Really, it's almost like it's torture that I'm not torturing you.
Yeah, see? That's what you paid me for, right? So fuck that shit. You ain't getting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So next, Rosemary comes up on the stand, and she's like, so the little ransom-looking note thing, all the letters of your magazines, right? That's where that came from, right? It's like, well, yeah, but... Like, and the scissors and the dead broad. Where'd those scissors come from? What do you mean? Well, hold on. She's like, and she does the Columbo. Oh, and by the way, one last thing. Do you recycle? And she's like, I don't have room in my kitchen. And everybody's like,
oh, fuck this bitch. Yeah.
This bitch fucking
discredited. Yep.
So then they're just looking at pictures of Carl being burned alive, and they're like, look, the cops are like, listen, we watched you do this. There's no fucking way to get out of this. That's when Suzanne Summers comes walking.
Oh my God.
And everybody's staring and they're like, well, fuck the case. Suzanne Summers is in here. We love her.
Eddie, I know I'm older than you, but this was the rejuvenation of Suzanne Summers. This was after Three's Company, right? Because after Three's Company, she kind of like died off a little bit because she got a bad rap because the bitch had the goal to ask for the same money that the guy, John Ritter, was making when she was a star of the fucking show. Every time I watched that fucking show, it was because of her, not because of John Ritter or Joyce DeWitt. So, yeah, she had the goal to ask for the same money that he was making. So she got banned in the industry pretty much for being like hard to work with and being a bitch. So to see her coming out, this is like, I think after Thigh Master, where she had like the resparkling of her career, to come into this and just kill it in this fucking thing. Kill it.
But Tim, you know most of the people were watching Three's Company for Don Knotts.
Fucking Don Knotts. Well, before that, it was Norman Fell. Who the fuck is whacking off to Norman Fell?
Could you imagine? Oh, God. There's a... did you ever watch that Norm Macdonald podcast back when he was doing a video podcast, Tim?
No.
There's an episode on it with the comedian Nick Swardson.
I know that guy, yes. I know the guy, yes.
They're talking about... I guess there was a Hollywood rumor that Don Knotts was pretty notorious for fucking around on his wife. And that supposedly there was some
Don
motel,
fucking Knotts. Come on, man.
Don fucking Knotts. Supposedly there was some motel in Hollywood that he was notorious for taking whoever the
Knots
women
Landing?
were. Yeah, Knots Landing. No, so they'd have all these broads on Three's Company, right? And
was he banging Rita?
No, I don't know about Rita. Just, you know, every week Jack would have some new chick he was hooking up with or something. So apparently Don Knotts would hit on them, and his line was like, the marriage isn't going well. And that was his in with these broads, right? And he would
my marriage isn't going well.
Yeah, it's not going well. And he would take these broads to this motel and fuck them. And eventually, the guy that ran the motel would hang up pictures of famous people that stayed at the motel.
It's just a wall of Don Knotts pictures, like 30 different pictures of them.
He put up a picture of Don Knotts that Don Knotts had to have him take down because he didn't want people seeing, oh, Don Knotts fucks these floozies here all the time.
Here's where Don Knotts ropes.
Yeah,
put the rope
Mr.
in his knot. Yeah.
All right. You're goddamn right, buddy.
Oh, man. The power of Hollywood. The power of Hollywood. If you could be Don fucking Knotts as Mr. Furley and get pussy off of that.
Don Knotts was getting fucking pussy, dude. What the fuck?
He was getting fucking Jack Tripper fucking runoff.
Yeah, he was getting Tripper off.
Oh, man. If he fucked Rita... If he fucked Rita, I'm really going to fucking have a problem with that goddamn shit. You're not going to know, Eddie, but Chef Robbie's going to know. A couple of other people are going to know who Rita is from Three's Company. The original MILF, maybe.
Could you imagine the sounds that man made during sex, Tim? It just sounded like a turkey call.
See, I'm thinking, if anything, I'm thinking he's like the complete opposite, right?
Oh, you think it's like Prince?
I think he's dressed up in the fucking Nazi uniform.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Nazi, yeah.
Nazi. Eat my shit, you filthy whore. He's a dominatrix.
Dominatrix, yeah.
Lick it up, maggot. This is the most I've thought about Don Knotts in a long time, too.
Well, that's why I love this movie, is because the first time I watched this movie and I saw that fucking painting of him with those fucking eyes, like he looks like Pepe the Frog meets Don Knotts, right? That painting. And then just that guy, when I watched it, I was like, that's Bobby. That's Bobby buying a fucking Don Knotts fucking album at a fucking swap meet, getting it.
Fucking great. So, and this whole time, Serial Mom is locking in on juror number 8 with white shoes on after Labor Day.
The rich woman who committed a bank heist and my memory's a little bit fuzzy, but maybe killed somebody?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe. She just stands up, no Russian. Fucking that mission from Modern Warfare. So, okay. Then the dude from the glory hole bathroom pops in. And she immediately has his fucking
Oh my
ticket.
God. This is...
Because she just goes basic instinct.
I was gonna say, this is better than Basic Instinct, right? I'd rather have this happen to me than just a quick flash.
Oh, yeah. Because she's doing the Suzanne Summers Thigh Master without the Thigh Master.
You get that pussy waff.
A lot of pussy waffing, man. It's a good thing she was wearing pants and not fucking paint. I'll tell you that.
If they would have done paint, that guarantee would have been lead paint back at that time. Maybe some asbestos built in. Yeah.
Yep. Just got to make sure it doesn't burn down, Tim. Because remember, she had a bush back then, so there would have been a little fire.
Oh, that's right. The friction. There. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right.
The friction with that husband, dude. Oh my God. Would have been just smelled like carnitas in the fucking room. Would have been crazy, Tim. So he starts just getting completely distracted by her vagina flapping and just gets so flustered that he's just like,
because he's 100% a fucking creep, fucking pervert.
Yeah.
Because when he's 100%. Before they call him as a witness, he's in the fucking courthouse. He's like, I sniff jurors' panties, writing on the fucking bathroom wall. Yeah,
because he always has to graffiti bathroom walls. This man just lives in the bathroom. This is his move.
Public bathrooms.
So both sides wrap up their case. They give their closing remarks, right? But she is still just locked in on these shoes. Anyway, she's almost to the point of not hearing that they find her not guilty, right? So, end of the movie, she stalks down the juror, beats her ass to death with the telephone. Oh, whoopsie us.
Well, that's old-fashioned. White shoes after Labor Day is okay now. Yeah.
No. It's not old-fashioned, Tim. It's just good fashion sense. Yeah, beats her to death with the telephone receiver. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. So what have we learned, Tim?
Kathleen Turner is hot no matter what she's in, and she was underutilized in comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, she really, absolutely. For real, she has the fucking comedic timing. When she's doing that that first time when she does that fucking call to Dottie, and you could just see how fucking much she's enjoying it and everything else in this fucking movie. All the time she breaks the fourth wall at the end of the fucking movie, looking into the camera and all that shit. She is just really
right down the barrel of the camera. Yeah,
she just had it all at that time. I couldn't believe what a great actress she is. She's a serious actress, seriously fucking hot, sexy, incredibly sexy woman, and incredibly fucking funny. What more could you want? That's just fucking trifecta.
And especially because the role calls for like a Stepford wife look and vibe, right? And I don't think you could have cast that any better.
You know what? Now that you said that with the Stepford wives thing into it, how that plays into it, how do you put somebody? Do you put what? Sean Young, Melanie Griffin. Who else do you put into this?
Melanie Griffin.
No,
maybe,
Melanie Griffin had Milk Money.
Well, she's not.
We don't need her or anything else. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
Melanie Griffin's 2 movies: Milk Money and Raw. That's all you need to see.
Yeah. I can't think of another who had the chops for it. No, not at all. No, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and just like playing against character, because at this point, has she ever done any comedy thing before? I mean, well, Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone, but
But that was more
she
serious
wasn't,
comedy with a little bit of comedy written into it, not a satire like this is.
She was also more of the foil of the comedy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
She wasn't bopping around making jokes.
Yeah, she's the one who was getting Michael Douglas' head shoved in the pussy. With, is that where he got cancer?
Right. Ooh. From her?
Well, he said he got it from going down on women.
Eating pussy, yeah.
So
But
he went down on her in dirty, muddy water, so...
what a way to go, though.
Jesus Christ, what a way to go.
We're probably going to get cancer from some fucking, I don't know, with the lights in the house or something, man. Not Kathleen Turner's pussy, I'll tell you that. Of all the cancers you could pick, man, that's got to be high up.
Yeah, I mean, that's up there with all the cancers, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so that about does it, folks, for Serial Mom. And Tim, buddy, I got to ask you, it's been a little while, so is there anything you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
I mean, of course, like I say all the time, it's us. If you can't give us any money, give us a 5-star review on whatever you're listening to. The Grind Bin, I think I'm going to be on a couple of mini bins coming up, probably a Mustachio Podcastio,
nice.
Whatever that other thing that you're doing with that guy, Matt.
Oh,
I'm waiting for you to finish so I can binge all the episodes, 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's going to take a college year, Tim, so you got to wait.
What if my roommate dies? Do I have to listen to the podcast?
Yes.
Well, fuck.
Yes.
Too late.
First of all, your roommate, that would be your wife. So then you probably definitely should listen to it because it would cheer you up.
That's a trade-off right there.
Yeah. And you know what? You all don't have to wait for your wife to die. You could tune into EdMed on campus. That's fine. But more importantly, you need to go to patreon.com/bloodybits to get access to all of our bonus episodes, our video content that's up now every week that we record. And you get, on top of all of that, access to the blood bank, now with about 7,200 movies.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. We take a fucking week off and you had like fucking 1,500 movies.
I know, it's ridiculous, Tim. For example, we've added the movie Mayhem from 1986, the bloody saga of two strangers brought together by a common need to find the woman they've lost. Rachel ran away. Misty was kidnapped. But nothing will stop Dino and Ziggy in their pursuit of the women they love.
Oh, I'm in. Come on. Guess why the fucking girlfriends ran away? From fucking Dino and Ziggy.
Yeah, it's Raymond Martino and Robert Gallo.
Whatever, okay.
I don't know anybody in this fucking movie. This sounds fantastic, though, Tim. Or you could watch Plutonium Baby. From 1987, Danny's mother was contaminated by radiation poisoning at the time of his birth. Years have passed, and Danny begins to go on a killing rampage.
She should have tried that experimental IUD out, yeah.
Yeah. That uranium-238 IUD. Yeah, that's in hindsight, Tim, it was a bad movie.
I can't believe the 50s didn't use that as a fucking movie. As a birth control, a radiation. Put a radiation pill in a pussy, then fuck her. Yeah,
I'm sure they did. Or Tim, you can watch Hell Arius.
Sounds funny.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hell Arius from 2019.
Yeah, bad time.
7 of the most legendary horror comedy shorts made from the world's best genre filmmakers.
Is it an anthology?
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling this is the only anthology that doesn't even have like one good part?
Well, Tim, it's got a segment by, I don't know any of these fucking people, but you can watch it at patreon.com/bloodybits. So, yeah, go sign up for it. Don't watch that. There's a lot of better
7,499 other choices, yeah.
You got a lot to choose from, buddy. So, for Tim Yobo, folks, I think that this is how we end it.